Our main character just drops $3 on a cold bottle of Coca-Cola, and boom, he gets rewarded with a Lamborghini worth 70 million. Then he walks right past a street stall for a cheap plate of grilled noodles. Bam. Rewarded with 1 billion in cold, hard cash. He buys some milk tea at a local shop, ka-ching, rewarded with a massive skyscraper worth tens of billions, all because he completely bombed a blind date. He accidentally unlocked the spend money to get rich system. You and I know that is failing upwards. He reaches the restaurant, and before his seat is even warm, he hears the voice of the girl he was set up with sitting across the table. Since we are here for a blind date, I will get straight to the point. If you meet my requirements, I will marry you. Our hero glances at the girl across the table. She has a rather dark complexion, and her height is barely hovering around 5 feet tall, caked in heavy makeup. She is wearing a revealing black dress that she clearly thinks is a knockout. Good grief, he wonders who on earth set him up with this absolute disaster. Meeting a total clown on his very first blind date, he tells her, spit it out, this way. It will not lower my standard of living. The woman extends her fingers and starts counting off her demands. Secondly, you must have an apartment in downtown Magic City, otherwise our future together is not guaranteed. As for a car, it does not need to be too fancy. Just a casual ride worth over 1 million will suffice. Oh. Right, are you at least 6 feet tall? Otherwise, we just will not match. The woman fires off her absurd demands like a Gatling gun. Our guy thinks to himself, screw this, is she making a wish to a genie right now? She can have whatever she wants in her dreams. Besides all that, both the car and the house must have my name on the deeds. We must eat fancy food worth at least $10,000 once a month, buy the newest designer bags, plus an around-the-world trip once every single year. Oh, and if you lack the money, just have your parents prepare a hefty bride price of 500,000. I am not asking for much. After dropping her laundry list of crazy demands, she shoots him a smug side eye. How about it? My demands are not too high, are they? Can you meet them? Our guy nods with a face full of bright smiles, and just when this gold digger's hopes soar to the absolute highest peak, he immediately drops the smile and coldly throws out a single, savage sentence. You are dreaming. She explodes. You are just a normal man. How dare you treat a princess like this, you absolute mega scrub. He cannot sit there for another second, spending even one more minute with this entirely delusional gold digger who lacks any self-awareness is simply a tragic waste of his precious youth. The woman is flailing her arms, clearly throwing a massive, embarrassing tantrum, but when she sees him walking toward the checkout counter, her face slightly relaxes. She thinks, at least he has the decency to pay the bill. At the front desk, the cashier smiles. Sir, how may I help you? The receptionist has a lovely figure and a very pleasant vibe. She speaks softly, but she very obviously heard the whole thing unfold. That gold digger's absolutely ridiculous speech just now. She looks at our guy with deep sympathy. A bottle of Coke. He casually tosses 3 coins onto the counter. The receptionist girl totally thought he was actually going to pay for that gold digger's meal. Feeling completely indignant on his behalf, she absolutely did not expect him to deliberately walk to the counter just to buy a cold bottle of Coke. She bursts out laughing. You must admit, this move is completely savage. Later, when that you and I know that gold digger is going to absolutely lose it over that unpaid bill. Her fake nose might literally snap off. Okay, sir, here's your Coke. Have a good one. Staring at our tall and handsome main character, the receptionist is instantly blushing hard. She is totally smitten. Arthur shakes the soda, takes a big sip, and deliberately lets out a loud, satisfying burp. Ding, the spend money to get rich system is officially online. Host successfully spent $3 on soda. System reward is being calculated right now. Reward granted, 1 Lamborghini Veneno worth 70 million. Arthur nearly spits a massive mouthful of Coke straight into the poor receptionist girl's face. What kind of insane system is this anyway? He cannot hide his wild excitement. A 70 million hypercar, real Totally fake, he touches the hard metal key that just randomly appeared inside. His pocket, Arthur doesn't even have time to finish his soda now. He practically sprints right out of the convenience store. Stepping outside, he spots a massive crowd of people standing together, letting out huge gasps of pure amazement. Arthur can vaguely hear them freaking out over a luxury ride. His heart starts pounding, his mouth going completely dry. That annoying date from earlier, instantly forgotten, compared to a literal magic wealth system and a new hypercar. One bad blind date means absolutely nothing. Vroom, the beastly sound of the engine starting up instantly echoes down the street, scaring the crowd into stepping backward. This Lamborghini Veneno is actually his. The onlookers all wear completely shocked expressions. In Magic City, where land is basically worth its weight in gold, regular luxury cars worth millions are everywhere, but a hypercar worth tens of millions, that is incredibly rare. This is completely real. He silently pockets the keys. Man, this system is absolutely broken. Now watch this part closely. A sweet voice suddenly floats over to him. Arthur, is it really you? He turns his head and immediately spots a pleasantly surprised face, a pure and stunning girl. Wow, it is actually you, Lily, the class beauty from his high school days. Her grades were always elite tier. He never expected their very first reunion after graduating college 4 years ago would be right out here. Arthur waves generously at the extremely cute girl standing in front of him. Seeing a familiar face finally snaps him out of that jackpot system fever dream. I have not seen you for a few years and you are driving a hypercar now. Lily looks at him with total oh haha, just getting by. Meanwhile, stream chat goes wild. Holy cow, the female streamer actually knows a ridiculously wealthy old high school classmate. Chat comment, Lily, if you manage to lock down this classmate, that would be absolutely epic. Another comment reads, wow, is this guy our future brother-in-law? More chat spam. Will those top-tier rich donors return later tonight? Seeing this flex, their faces will definitely turn bright green with intense envy. The live broadcast room completely explodes. Stop talking nonsense, guys. We are just normal old classmates. Lily blushes deeply at the chat. So, the billionaire kid and the streamer beauty are former classmates. What a perfect pairing. The surrounding crowd is getting seriously jealous while watching this perfect cinematic reunion unfold. But wait, you and I know this piece cannot last. A door gets violently kicked open. A heavily made-up, furious woman storms right out of the restaurant, pointing her finger. Hey, you ultimate broke scrub, you absolute. What a jerk. He ditched the blind date halfway without even paying the bill. Are you even a man? But mid-rant, she completely freezes up. Absolutely dumbstruck, she stares blankly at the insane sports car parked right before her. Her inner gold digger activates. She decides she absolutely must ride in this luxury beast today. Suddenly, Lily steps up. Who are you to curse my Arthur? Seeing Jane acting so utterly shameless toward her absolute idol, Lily is feeling incredibly indignant. Jane just scoffs. Where did this random little brat come from, daring to criticize me? But noticing Lily is genuinely stunning, Jane rolls her eyes in pure jealousy and waves her off. I am in a good mood, so I will pass, but let me warn you out of sheer kindness. Do not fall for the absolute broke loser standing right in front of you. If a woman does not marry a rich guy, she will just regret it for life. All right, you and I are confused. A Lamborghini Veneno driver is getting called a smelly scrub. Complete madness. Honestly, Jane clearly has not looked in a mirror lately. She looks terrible. The surrounding crowd of onlookers are all utterly baffled by her words. This woman's brain must have completely short-circuited. Jane just sneers, convinced everyone around her is an absolute peasant. Lily tightly clenches her pearly white teeth. Her solid upbringing stops her from screaming curses right in the middle of the busy street. Arthur sighs. Forget it, ignore her, she is totally brain dead from toxic internet culture. I actually have not even eaten yet. Let's go, I haven't seen you in years, my treat. our boy waves his hand. Casually and directly pops open the Veneno's epic gullwing doors. Wait, really, is that okay? Lily asks, feeling shy. A car is for riding, get in, he waves. His hand again, ushering her inside. Okay then, I will not be polite. Lily nods eagerly, sliding right into his passenger seat. But since I hitched a ride in this beast, I am definitely paying for food. No way, Arthur stomps the gas pedal, the deafening roar of the supercar tearing up the street echoes across the whole block. A moment later, he takes Lily out of the car and casually strolls up to a cheap grilled noodle street stall. He studied software back in college, landing a programmer job, a career globally famous for causing early baldness. He has not even received his very first intern paycheck yet, so despite just getting rewarded with a hypercar, his pockets are totally empty. Stick with me here. If he actually bought Lily a super fancy big meal, he could not even afford the basic appetizers. But just as he is about to apologize for this cheap stall, the live stream comments suddenly explode. The chat goes wild. Wow, a rich boss's taste is truly built entirely different, actually coming down to earth just to eat street food. Another comment pops up. Is this what an approachable billionaire kid looks like? And he is so handsome. Love it. Another viewer jokes, you clearly do not care about the noodles. The real focus is him driving that Lamborghini one-handed. Right, honestly, it is super rare for Lily's viewer count to randomly surge this high, so she is extremely reluctant to turn off the live stream. After all, she just graduated and money is seriously tight, earning a little bit more donation money is always a huge plus for a strong, independent girl. All right guys, let's watch. Arthur laughs, telling Lily to ignore the live stream chat. He shakes his head. Netizens just love causing a massive ruckus online. He doesn't care at all, shouting straight to the street stall boss. Hey, 2 servings of grilled cold noodles, fully loaded, and make one with extra sweet and sour sauce. Lily is stunned. You actually remembered I love sweet and sour sauce, Arthur. She's totally touched. You also like sweet and sour sauce. Arthur scratches his head, laughing. Then make both servings with extra sweet and sour. Lily honestly doesn't know whether to laugh or cry. Turns out she was being totally romantic over absolutely nothing. Here are your 2 fully loaded cold noodles. The boss hands the steaming food right over to Arthur. Ding, host spent $20 on cold noodles. Reward 1 million duzu in cash. Holy mother of money. His hand, which just grabbed the food, starts trembling violently. That Lamborghini was already insane enough. Now buying cheap street food directly rewards him 1 billion in cold hard cash. This is sending him straight to the moon. Eat up. He hastily yanks out his phone, seeing that insane billion-dollar balance sitting perfectly in his banking app. Arthur is wildly, uncontrollably overjoyed. It's actually real. 1 billion for an ordinary guy like him, handing over 10 hypercars wouldn't bring even half the pure security and massive satisfaction as 1 billion in liquid cash. Man, I'm in a fantastic mood after finishing these noodles. I am buying you milk tea, Arthur declares with unparalleled heroism, now validated by a mountain of cash and a luxury ride. He knows he gets insanely rich literally just by spending money. Shouldn't he hurry up and find dumb reasons to spend more? Stick with me here. After crushing the loaded noodles with extra sweet and sour sauce, Arthur immediately takes Lily to a high-end milk tea spot nearby. Judging from his previous system experience, the more money he drops, the greater the reward. He needs to test this theory fast. Arthur, you paid for food. I'm getting the drinks. I can't let you spend money all day, Lily says, looking a bit shy. If you want to treat me, buy me a massive meal in a few days. Hit me up on WeChat anytime. Arthur smiles slightly with his brand new spend money to get rich system active. Shouldn't he hurry up and blow cash just for that sweet dopamine rush? The shop owner is super perceptive. Seeing this picture-perfect couple walk in, she immediately recommends the newest midsummer couples special. childhood sweethearts. Yo, even an ultimate intern scrub, like you landed a beautiful girlfriend. What an absolute waste of heaven's gifts, just as Arthur goes to tap his phone to pay. That highly sarcastic voice sneers from behind. He turns his head. Right behind him stands a middle-aged guy in glasses, looking exactly like a beast dressed in human clothes, gripping a heavily made-up woman tightly by the waist. Standing right there, Arthur is way too familiar with this particular jerk. Justin, the intern team leader at the software company Arthur joined. He snagged a petty management role purely by riding on nepotism connections, strutting around using his tiny sliver of authority like an imperial decree every single day. He has definitely caused Arthur no shortage of trouble with his daily sarcasm. Arthur absolutely didn't expect to actually run into Arthur here. He hasn't even received his internship salary for this month yet, has he? Not even 2 pennies to rub together in his empty pockets. And he dares to play rich just to pick up girls. Meanwhile, Justin tightens his greasy grip around the glamorous woman in his arms. This makes her fake giggle and act completely coy. You and I know his toxic jealousy is not without good reason. The cute intern girls he originally had his creepy eyes on, they actually all admired Arthur. Why? Because the guy is genuinely handsome. They don't give Justin the time of day. Darn it, he thinks these little brats haven't been beaten down by the harsh real world yet. They just entered society and completely missed the absolute beauty of sheer power and money. That handsome guy they all admire so much, Justin, casually used petty office politics this month to marginalize Arthur so badly that his reputation is in the dirt. Originally, Justin's incredibly petty heart was full of a sick, twisted sense of accomplishment, but now, seeing Arthur actually hook up with a stunningly pure beauty 100 times prettier than those interns, this makes his toxic flames of pure jealousy burn hotter than ever before. He immediately prepares to start some drama. What did Arthur just order? Childhood sweethearts, right? Today, Justin decides he will buy all the milk tea of that flavor in the entire shop. Now, high-end milk tea isn't cheap, especially here in Magic City. Buying out the entire stock for a single day is at least 100 cups, several $1,000 easily. Justin acts so handsome. His financial flex is not something those naive intern girls who just entered society can even begin to comprehend. The glamorous woman beside him repeatedly flatters him. This is way too much, Lily says repeatedly, looking visibly stressed. Meanwhile, the live broadcast room absolutely explodes. The stream chat is going wild. Why is Justin so incredibly arrogant? Holy crap, more chat messages pop up, simply showing off in front of a literal billionaire. Boss, is this guy's brain completely broken? Exactly. Everyone agrees, spending a few $1,000 and acting like he owns the entire world. This is just way too freaking funny, isn't it? The stream chat rushes by. They are heavily looking forward to the billionaire boss slapping his face right back, because Arthur now has the get-rich system. His entire mentality is totally different now. We know there are definitely many ways to slap someone's face. Naturally, our guy won't stoop to a cheap verbal screaming match with actual absolute garbage. A hint of a cold, mocking smile curls up at the corner of Arthur's mouth. He turns around and says grandly to the shop owner, I will buy every single drop of milk tea here, period. What, is he out of his freaking mind? Can he even afford it? Justin is absolutely totally dumbfounded. How dare this intern talk back to him? But after thinking about it for a quick second, he puts his mind at ease and sneers. He thinks Arthur is forcing himself to buy it all just to save face, talking big but unable to actually pay up. He is just going to make a massive fool of himself as the ultimate scrub in front of his little goddess. Arthur, why don't we just completely forget it? Lily hastily tries to advise him. Arthur just smiles and shakes his head, directly whipping out a sleek bank card and saying, Boss lady, swipe the card. This young man, my milk tea sales can reach nearly 100,000 a day. Even with a 20% discount, it's still $80,000. the proprietress repeatedly. Tries to talk Arthur out of it. Why don't we forget it? It is absolutely not worth going broke. For a sudden crazy impulse, she can also easily tell Arthur's outfit isn't worth much money. Probably still a completely broke intern who just entered society. Absolutely no. Wait, a discount. Our main character is totally startled when the owner offers one. See, right now, spending more cash means way better system rewards, because if he takes a discount, wouldn't he lose out on a massive system payout? He absolutely refuses any discounts. The stream chat explodes. Haha, this guy is a true god tier rich boss. The chat goes wild. Getting a discount feels like a total personal insult. Absolutely insane flex. Meanwhile, Justin is thinking, holy crap, this kid actually swiped the card. Justin is completely stunned. A broke, pathetic intern. Where on earth did he get this kind of cash? Justin shakes his head, thinking he's dreaming. Totally unable to believe it, feeling a phantom slap burning his face. This is all real. The owner smiles nervously, swiping the card. Beep. Transaction approved. All the ingredients in the shop today are his. They are making drinks only for him now. He casually points a finger at Justin. Watch this. Except for these two clowns, you can give my drinks away to anyone else for free. He basically just dropped a cool $100,000 to buy the operating rights of this milk tea shop for a single day. The whole place is his. If he says to ignore these two pieces of trash, then nobody serves them. Ding. The system detects that the host spent $100,000 buying the operating rights of the milk tea shop today. He is rewarded with property deeds to the entire Magic City Empire commercial building. Wait, the Empire building, isn't that the exact skyscraper where his company is located? A highly playful look immediately surges in his eyes. He literally just spent $100,000 buying a single day's operating rights to a tiny milk tea shop. The system rewarded the property rights of that entire freaking Empire commercial skyscraper. He totally didn't expect. The company he interns for is renting space right in his newly acquired building. Are you openly opposing me? At this moment, Justin is completely and utterly furious. Opposing? Are you even worthy of that? He shakes his head and laughs, completely dropping any intention of paying further attention to Justin. He is now a super big shot with 1 billion cash, a top-tier hypercar, and a massive commercial skyscraper. Let's be real, a mere insect like Justin, honestly, he isn't even worthy of carrying his shoes. Let me tell you, you are finished. Tomorrow at work, I will have my brother-in-law fire you're sorry, but although Justin has decent savings, suddenly pulling out way over $100,000 just to flex his ego. Impossible. He lost the cash battle, but he absolutely refuses to lose the attitude. His date whines, no way, Justin, the milk tea here is absolutely the best. I want this one. You wouldn't actually let yourself be beaten by some totally broke intern kid, right? The woman whines loudly in pure, utter disappointment. Justin is so furious he could literally vomit blood. Why can't this stupid woman read the room? Does she seriously have to force him to spend over $100,000 today? Why did he bring such a brainless liability on a date? Here is your milk tea, sir. Please enjoy. The owner looks at Justin's heavily deflated, completely red face and is secretly super happy. Although acting out of pure spite and dropping $100,000 might seem a bit unwise, she has to admit watching our guy pull this off is indeed incredibly satisfying. Still standing there like an idiot. If you stand here until tomorrow, there might be a leftover cup for you. He shrugs his Arthur simply shrugs, grabbing the premium milk tea and casually strolling out right beside Lily. They leave behind a completely pale Justin, who is shaking violently with pure rage while his girl keeps whining and crying nonstop right next to him. Arthur, if I don't get my brother-in-law to fire you tomorrow morning, I'll take your surname and call you daddy. He screams like an absolute maniac, heading for the door. Arthur's footsteps suddenly pause. Forget it. I don't want an ugly, ungrateful son like you. Not worth angering your new father to death. The hypercar fires up with a massive Roar, Lily laughs so hard she practically bends over right next to him. Arthur, you are seriously amazing. Did you see that suited monster back there? He was so furious he almost smashed his own phone. Just getting by, Arthur smiles faintly. The real show actually starts tomorrow. By the way, Arthur, that guy really seems to have some serious power in your company's management. Is he really gonna cause major trouble for you tomorrow? Lily feels a bit worried for his career. Arthur just pats the carbon fiber steering wheel of his hypercar. The meaning is pretty much self-evident. Oh right, Arthur is a divine billionaire boss now. Justin really should be the one terrified of trouble. Lily smiles so sweetly, totally relaxing. All right. It is getting late. Let's get you home safely first. He smiles and slams the gas pedal. That heart-pounding roar of the hypercar tearing straight down the street explodes once again, moving like a sleek shadow in the dark night, weaving effortlessly right through the neon streets of Magic City. A quick moment later, they arrive at the Fuhua residential area, although Lily is honestly just a small-time streamer because she has a few top-tier big shot supporters. She actually gets a ton of gift revenue every single month. Her rented apartment is definitely way higher class building than his. Well, I'll get going. Arthur, if you have time, I'll absolutely treat you to a big meal in return. Lily raises her phone, hinting that he should text her on WeChat. After safely dropping Lily off, Arthur drives the hypercar straight back to the rundown residential area where he currently rents a tiny, cramped room. Auntie Mary, I just transferred this month's rent to you. Stepping into his tiny room, Arthur quickly transfers the back rent he owed. His spine straightens up proudly. Finally debt-free, huh? Boy, did you strike it rich somewhere. Auntie Mary stares at her phone's WeChat transfer notification with absolute astonishment. Not only did he clear the rent for these past few months, there is even a hefty surplus tipped in. Auntie Mary, you have taken really good care of me these past few hard months. This is exactly what I should do. He doesn't mention the system. He just smiles warmly. Ding. System detected the host spent $5,000 on rent. Now rewarded with a top-tier mountaintop mansion right in the Yunding Villa area of Magic City, worth $880 million. The property deed and all related luxury documents have been securely placed in his portable system space. Arthur's heart does a massive backflip, but honestly, after getting baptized by that Lamborghini Veneno and $1 billion in raw cash plus a commercial skyscraper, he already built up some solid psychological defense against this kind of sudden heavenly windfall. A mega mansion, easy. He opens the portable space provided by the system. Besides the fresh property deed for the villa, there are many perfectly stacked documents inside, including the ones the system never verbally mentioned before, just like a massive property deed for the Empire Commercial Building. Honestly, maybe because an entire skyscraper comes with way too much paperwork to read, the system AI skips reading it out loud, so for a moment he actually keeps his cool and holds a straight face. Haha, my daughter really likes you so much, it is only right for me to spoil my future son-in-law. Wait, what? Judging from your tone and this huge tip, are you moving out, Auntie Mary asks him, suddenly feeling pretty anxious. Yes, Auntie Mary, he replies, now that he has the ultimate get-rich system. He originally just wanted to go house hunting for a luxury apartment, but get this, you and I know he didn't expect that just paying his basic rent would make the system directly reward him with a god-tier grand villa in Yunding. Compared to this kind of ultra villa, a luxury apartment looks like a total peasant hut. Auntie Mary is instantly stressing out. Young man, aren't you living quite well right here? If you move away, Lucy will probably cry and blame me. He rubs his head awkwardly. Look, owning a super grand villa means he obviously cannot still live in this cramped little room, but Auntie Mary truly took amazing care of him lately. Otherwise, he never would have transferred that massive chunk of extra rent to her as a solid thank you. Auntie Mary stares at him. She is honestly pretty satisfied with this young guy. being a seasoned landlord holding 3 or 4 properties in Magic City under her belt. She definitely is not short on cash. She simply wants a son-in-law who treats her daughter incredibly well, and her requirements stop there. He is handsome, tall, super gentle, and highly motivated. Snagging a great software job right after graduation proved his future is completely solid. Honestly, she absolutely adores him. I know what this is. You must have finally cashed your first massive paycheck, so you want to upgrade to a nicer place. Tell you what, my family owns another really fantastic apartment building right in the high-end Fufu residential area. It really just happens a tenant moves out tomorrow morning. You can live there. I will give you a massive 30% family discount. Just pay $3,000 a month. Auntie Mary's generous offer genuinely touches his heart. Fufu residential area is widely considered premium luxury spot. Market rent over there easily hits $5,000 minimum. You and I know charging $3,000 means she is taking a massive loss here. No, Auntie Mary, I would feel terrible taking advantage of you like that. I actually just bought my own place in Magic City. I only came back today to grab some important personal items, he says breezily, completely dropping the bomb on her. Buy a house. Auntie Mary is absolutely stunned. She knows his financial situation perfectly well. Otherwise, he would never be squeezed into her cheap Shinwa's residential block. She knows all too well how insanely high the housing market in Magic City is. A basic tiny apartment costs at least several million at bare minimum. How does a fresh intern suddenly find that kind of cash for real estate? The moving company coming to pack the room will be here soon. I will have them send everything straight to Villa Number 1 at the top of the Yunding Villa area. He laughs casually. What is wrong, Auntie Mary? Is there a problem? Looking at her highly suspicious wide-eyed stare, he feels a tiny burst of guilt for shocking her. Kid, did someone at that internship company hit you in the head? Again, why the sudden wild delusions? Auntie Mary stares directly at her precious future son-in-law with pure heartache, reaching right out and feeling his forehead for a fever. She asks with serious doubt, no fever at all? Oh no, stress finally broke the poor guy. Arthur just smiles bitterly, totally helpless. He just pulls out the exclusive ultra-premium identity card for the Yunding Villa area. This premium box cannot be faked, right? The room access cards for Yunding Villa are these supreme magnetic cards, heavily inlaid with real gold and premium jadeite. The master workmanship alone and the raw materials cost millions. It simply cannot be replicated or faked at all. Even Auntie Mary, who proudly owns 3 or 4 houses in Magic City, starts trembling taking this incredibly heavy room card. Her hands are just shaking uncontrollably. This is the legendary Yunding Villa area compared to the absolute top tier elites living inside those gates. She feels just like a street beggar. She looks at Arthur and instantly imagines countless insane, novel-worthy plots in her head. Could it be that he is actually a super rich heir who came out to the slums just to experience regular life? Now that his 3-year poverty test period is finally up, is he inheriting a $1 trillion family fortune, or did he fall in love with Lucy at first sight, deliberately hiding his billionaire identity to live in this dump just to get closer to her daughter? By the time Auntie Mary snaps completely out of her wild daydreams and comes back to reality, she realizes Arthur has already slipped away. Sigh, this kid really hides some unfathomable depth. No, I need to contact Lucy immediately. Such a super rich golden ticket son-in-law absolutely cannot be missed by Lucy. Meanwhile, you and I watch the Lamborghini Veneno speed right down the highway, causing countless gasps of amazement and attracting massive attention on the road. Finally, this beastly car stops right in front of the ultra-exclusive Yunding Mountain Villa gates. What is going on here? Arthur looks at the grand entrance of the villa area. A massive line of gorgeous girls has gathered in perfect formation. Oh wow, it is the legendary Black Silk Beauty group of the Villa Area Elite Property Management Team. Is it the esteemed Mr. Arthur? The head security guard next to them asks respectfully, bowing deeply. It is me. Arthur is still completely confused about this entire grand situation. Congratulations on purchasing the undisputed king of villas in the Yunding area, Yunding. Villa number 1, our Yunding property management company has totally organized this massive welcome ceremony to bring you the ultimate experience of an emperor returning to his palace, extremely polite and highly refined next to the guard. The stunning leader of the Black Silk Beauty Group with an outstanding temperament respectfully explains to Arthur. He meanwhile is completely surrounded by the fragrant Black Silk Beauty Group, slowly familiarizing himself with this ultra-luxurious environment in the Yunding Villa area. Right over here is Yunding Villa number 1, the King Villa itself. The leader of the beauty group, Monica Yumo, has an absolutely outstandingly elegant temperament. Gorgeous face and a killer figure, bouncing slightly as she confidently walks intentionally or unintentionally, brushing right against his arm as she guides. Arthur's heart skips a beat, so this is what being insanely wealthy really feels like. He is secretly loving this, and hey, since the property management is dropping this 5-star service right on his lap, he definitely is not going to say no. Our guy drops the broke mindset and just soaks in that sweet, luxurious VIP treatment. Soon enough, Monica takes him on a tour of every single massive room. Pausing right at the master bedroom door, she gives him a very flushed look. Add my personal WeChat. I was specially picked out by corporate to handle absolutely everything in your daily life. I am your own private community consultant. If you need literally anything at all, no matter how late it gets, I will deliver personal, private service. Monica looks at Arthur with those watery, highly suggestive eyes, and yeah, those exact words. Personal and private service are spoken way too clearly to ever be misunderstood. Message received. Arthur nods along and finally sends the gorgeous Monica on her way. Then he flops onto that 8-figure designer sofa, casually swiping on his new phone. Suddenly, WeChat pings. He sees the name Lucy Liu Qian pop up. His face immediately does something hilarious. Lucy is Auntie Mary's daughter. Ever since Arthur moved into that rundown apartment, she has been aggressively trying to make a move. In short, she is totally obsessed with him. Arthur, why did you leave so suddenly? I thought we agreed that if you hated that room, you would move to my mom's Fuha residential building. You completely broke your promise to me. Wah wah. Lucy fires off this pitiful, dramatic little crying face emoji, making Arthur scratch his head in pure amusement. Look, I bought a house. I cannot just leave a brand new place completely empty, right? He has to confess, bought a house. My mom literally just called me and said you bought villa number 1 in Yunding. I really thought she was completely joking around. Is that actually true? Are you seriously some hidden super rich billionaire heir? Wait, Arthur, did you actually fall for me a long time ago? And living in those slums was just a secret test to check out my true character? Oh my gosh, I am so touched. I am telling my professor I need time off and I am flying back immediately. I am absolutely pinning you to that new bed until you cannot move, staring at this rapid-fire string of totally unhinged text messages. Arthur literally does not know what to think. When a girl is obsessed with you, you could call her a literal pig and she would just think you were being cute. Honestly, you and I know that simps will always bend reality. Fine, I will wait for you. Arthur casually replies to the text, then completely ignores her. Lucy just flew back to America a few days ago to present this massive research paper at an Ivy League school. How could she possibly just drop everything and fly back on a whim? Obviously, she is just joking around. It is a total deal. Meanwhile, over in America, Lucy's usually icy, glamorous academic face is absolutely burning with shyness. This is the very first time Arthur actually flirted back. I am so ridiculously happy. She slowly looks down at herself, feeling extremely confident in her absolutely flawless looks and figure. If he gives her even the tiniest opening, she has the absolute confidence to make him linger, forget everything, and completely fall head over heels for her. She immediately shoots off an email to her advisor, demanding emergency leave time to book that first-class flight ticket in advance. Meanwhile, as Lucy sits a world away imagining all sorts of spicy scenarios, our boy Arthur opens a short video app and taps right into Lily's live stream because she spent the entire day hanging out with our divine rich boss, witnessing the epic face slapping of that gold digger firsthand, eating cheap street stall grilled cold noodles with a guy driving a Veneno, and watching him casually and directly buy out an entire milk tea shop. Honestly, way more thrilling than any scripted TV drama. Lily instantly gained 20 to 30,000 new followers in hours. At this exact moment, the massive flood of new viewers in her live stream are spamming Lily with endless questions about Arthur all at once. Stream chat going crazy. Lily, what is your real relationship with that divine rich boss from earlier in the day? Stream chat going wild. He actually drives a 70 million Lamborghini Veneno. Stream chat screaming, yeah, the 70 million hypercar street stall video is completely going massively viral right now. Stream chat again. Which hidden mega tycoon's rich second generation heir is this? Give me his WeChat right now. Seriously, I look extremely pretty dressed up as a girl, I swear. Stream chat yells back, divine rich boss Arthur is totally mine. Lily just watches these rapidly scrolling bullet comments, feeling a bit happy about the massive clout, but honestly a little jealous of their thirst. Looking at those wild chat messages, she feels genuinely shocked too. She could clearly tell his sports car was incredibly expensive earlier today, easily worth at least several million, but she never actually expected it to be a world-class hypercar. It is actually worth 70 million. 70 million? What kind of absolutely absurd concept is that? Regular people literally dream of winning the lottery, and they only ever dream of 5 million. System notification. Huge congratulations to Big Bro Howie for dropping 99 helicopters. Stream chat explodes. Holy crap, Big Bro Howie is here. The real show is officially starting. You and I know Howie has always been Lily's top toxic simp. He has been drooling over Lily for ages. Stream chat chimes in. Look, right now, seeing everyone spamming the chat about divine rich boss Arthur. He is probably so insanely mad his blood pressure is blasting through the roof. Uh-oh, Lily is also slightly stunned and super annoyed. Why is this incredibly annoying guy back here? Again, her heart is completely filled with Arthur now. She has absolutely zero feelings for Big Bro Howie, but the more she proves she hates him, the more fiercely he aggressively spams gifts. The guy is basically a pure financial masochist. She completely cannot understand his damaged brain. Let's peek into a flashy small villa somewhere in Magic City. Howard, our Big Bro Howie, sits aggressively on his genuine leather sofa. His clearly drained, deeply bagged eyes glow as he obsessively glares right at Lily on screen. This kind of fresh, unconventional, spotless pure beauty, even with his slazy life experience, is just a super rare sight. He frantically throws her crazy expensive digital gifts every single day, preparing to use brute force wealth to completely shatter her defenses. But as soon as he struts into the live broadcast room today, the person everyone is hyping up actually isn't him, the established big local tyrant, but instead some absolute nonsense guy called Divine Rich Boss Arthur. Just as he is about to violently curse out loud, screaming, "Who the heck is this fake boss?" Arthur, watch closely guys, a level 1 alt account just popped into the stream. Rich Boss Arthur. That simple name sends the entire chat into complete chaos. Seeing Arthur enter the room, Lily's eyes instantly light up like absolute stars. She beams, "It's Arthur, welcome." Meanwhile, the local whale Howie grips his sofa. His face is totally flush with pure rage. "I sent you thousands in gifts, and you ignore me." Now this absolute level 1 scrub rolls right in. He does absolutely nothing, and you greet him by name with that sweet voice. Pure jealousy violently twists Howie's face. He actually gnashes his teeth in anger. Some nobody who just popped up. Watch me crush your pathetic little momentum. He prepares a mountain of gifts. Boom, system notification pops. Congratulations to Big Bro Howie for dropping one carnival, the whole room sees. A massive global announcement flashes. Everyone immediately wonders about this level 1 account. Is he really the legendary rich boss? The flashy carnival effects instantly hit. The animation covers the entire screen. Chat goes wild. Wow, Howie is generous. The boss is totally flexing. A massive wave of flattery floods the chat. Good evening, Lily. Arthur completely ignores the flashy donation effects on his screen. He drops a super casual text greeting instead. Chat completely loses it. Wow. Boss Arthur is actually talking to Lily, first time being this close to greatness. Some fans are screaming they might faint, then another comment pops up in chat. Does Boss Arthur need a girlfriend? I look pretty good dressed as a woman. Meow, it's that weird guy again. Get out, don't steal my male god's attention. Just one simple text sentence from Arthur completely crushes the entire visual impact. Howie's expensive carnival effect is forgotten, totally reversing the rhythm of the stream. Arthur steals the spotlight instantly. Holy crap, Howie just sits there completely dumbfounded. What the heck is happening right now? How does one casual little text beat my expensive paid carnival? Who exactly is this terrifying mysterious guy anyway? What's his terrifying background? But Howie isn't an idiot. He realizes something fast. He realizes Arthur might actually be a truly formidable opponent. That Arthur guy. You're pretty cocky, huh? Dare to fight with real money, Howie violently snaps. He drops a public challenge right in the chat. Wow, Howie is jealous. The chat explodes. I wonder who is actually richer between these two heavyweights. The epic battle of the rich bosses is about to begin. Grab your popcorn. Chat loves the drama. Honestly, you and I would watch this too. They egg both sides on. Meanwhile, Arthur sits back in his massive new villa. He takes a slow sip of Roman Canty wine in his new villa. A cold, amused smile crosses his face. He was literally just worrying about how to spend all this endless system money, and suddenly, a literal wallet war comes knocking. Right on his digital front door. Honestly, what is a measly virtual carnival? That single sip of wine he just took costs way more than a dozen carnivals. Plus, Arthur can help his old classmate, Lily, earn a massive pile of cash. I'll oblige, he types those two confident words, causing an absolute massive shockwave. The stream chat hits its climax. Boss Arthur is truly a top-tier god. He's just so aloof and perfectly concise. The chat is moving at light speed now. It is on. Oh yeah, we have a really good show to watch tonight. Great, local tyrant Howie excitedly shoots up from his sofa. Your grandpa Howie is ready. All right, you and I know Howard never loses direct fights. His fingers frantically poke the screen, typing out some seriously arrogant threats. All right, no more playing nice, just simple and brutal. He targets the most expensive gift, the carnival. Let us see who sends more. Do not go crying with your tail tucked between your legs later. But Arthur just smirks, typing back, always ready for a fight. Holy crap, still talking back. Howard was already seeing red with pure rage. At this point, he totally loses it. He instantly cranks the carnival gift quantity to 10. Tap, 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 fingers clicking frantically. Instantly, 100 carnivals flood the screen in a massive wave. Chat goes, holy freaking crap, 100 carnivals. Howard is absolutely insane. One single carnival costs 2 to 3,000 bucks. 100 equals 2 to 300,000, burning someone's entire life savings in a few seconds, leaves everyone in that live broadcast room completely stunned. How about that? I will make sure you cannot even match the very first wave. Some young kid dares to test financial power against me. How much allowance could your daddy possibly give you? Local tyrant Howard absolutely does not believe Arthur actually has his own money, and even if he does, it is strictly limited by Daddy's credit card. Arthur just shakes his head, smiling faintly. He casually sets his carnival amount to 100, then he sends another single one separately, 101 carnivals, beating the local tyrant by exactly one, the ultimate disrespect. The chat explodes. Boss Arthur is way too savage, absolutely god tier. Lily stares at the massive gift effects that simply keep exploding across her screen, watching with pure panic. In the blink of an eye, 4 to 500,000 in cash floats by. She has zero interest in giving Howard attention, but Arthur is her absolute idol. How can she let her hero burn so much money over some stupid internet beef? She whispers softly into the mic, let us just drop this, Arthur. Meanwhile, Howard types, I will ruin you. Right now, Howard is totally, blindingly furious, slapping his face in public by adding just one gift, right? I will show you Grandpa Howard's true financial power. After typing that, he aggressively recharges millions of app coins into his account using his black card. Chat goes crazy. I just came over from another stream, specifically here to watch this epic live broadcast. Billionaire battle. Someone in chat asks, does anyone know the lore? Please explain. Everything. You and I are watching these divine rich bosses clash, which instantly raises the heat of the live broadcast room to over 1 million concurrent viewers. This insane beef also quickly climbs the trending list of the entire short video app. A decisive battle is imminent, the hype of the live broadcast room hitting the front page trending list actually astonishingly hits over 2 million viewers. Countless people frantically smash the like button, begging for this local tyrant carnival battle to get even bloodier. You are way too green to show off against me. Howard stares at his newly recharged massive stack of coins, brimming with toxic confidence. Here is another 100 carnivals. Let us see if that crushes your wallet. Arthur raises an eyebrow and once again calmly sends exactly 101 carnivals, every time. He intentionally beats him by just one. Right now, local tyrant Howard's face turns purple, even though he recharged hundreds of thousands. If Howard keeps dumping money, his cash will totally run out in 3 waves, and Arthur looks like an absolute bottomless pit. No matter how hard Howard spams gifts, Arthur effortlessly shuts him down. Gulp. Howard is suddenly breaking into a cold sweat. This isn't right. Is an agency setting me up? Howard hesitates, pacing back and forth in his living room for what feels like forever. He finally grits his teeth and furiously types, whatever. I do not freaking believe this. I have lived for over 30 years and my bank account cannot beat some random brat. Typing that, he just dumps every single remaining coin from his account in one go. System alert pops. Congratulations to Big Bro Howie for dropping 19 carnivals. The stream chat goes wild. Holy crap, he is pushing hard, going all in. Chat asks, can Arthur even keep up? 199 carnivals is massive cash. Stream chat says, this is no joke, such a flex. If only I had 1% of that. This desperate wave of digital carnivals instantly pushes the chat room to an absolute fever pitch climax, just as everyone holds their breath waiting for Arthur to move. Watch our MC casually, almost sleepily, drop 999 carnivals and then literally toss his phone onto the sofa. Why? Because Arthur mathematically knows that Howard on the other side is completely finished. It is literally impossible for Howard to tip anymore without selling a kidney. The exact moment 999 carnivals float by, everyone is entirely dumbfounded. 2 million screaming viewers in the live stream instantly drop dead quiet. Lily also just covers her mouth, too shocked for words. 999 carnivals. This is simply astronomical money. After a painfully long stunned silence, someone in the chat finally types out a reaction. Is this guy a literal god of wealth? Someone else says, way too scary. He moved one finger and 2.5 million is gone. Howard is paralyzed on his leather sofa, completely giving up on the fight. Sigh, I really kicked a titanium plate today. Silently, shamefully, he exits the App hiding his face, too afraid to show up anywhere, he just mocked Arthur. And now in under 10 minutes, his face got absolutely slapped. Smack, smack. Smack, the chat asks, why did Howie suddenly misfire? No movement for ages. Someone replies he ran away crying. Ultimately, this legendary battle of the rich bosses ends with Arthur dropping a nuke of 999 carnivals. Tonight, the name of boss Arthur skyrockets straight to the absolute top of the global app trending list. Overnight, his basic level 1 account sees something insane. Its followers break through 5 million, completely crushing the streamer Lily herself. Arthur stares at those 5 million new followers. We would celebrate, but he sighs dramatically how utterly lonely it is to be this invincible. Man, it is also quite flashy. Countless girls are already sliding into his private messages with spicy photos and frantically sending him incredibly thirsty voice messages just to get noticed. Arthur even starts wondering if his IP address got leaked. It is honestly way too scary. After the broadcast wraps up, Lily hastily sends a message to Arthur on WeChat. I caused you so much trouble today, Arthur. Should I just return all the money you tipped? You sent way too much. She simply cannot accept it. Without feeling super guilty, she does not want Arthur to think she is some gold digger like Jane. Arthur replies, stop with the nonsense. Did you not say you were going to treat me to dinner? Just use the money for that. After our MC casually. All right, let's watch him send the text and lazily hit his master bedroom. The premium alcohol slowly goes to his head. He completely crashes into a truly beautiful deep sleep. What a glorious day of showing off. Early the next morning, the wine's aftereffect is pretty heavy, but surprisingly, he wakes up feeling absolutely fantastic. Zero headache, no hangover at all. Maybe this is the true magic of Roman Kai, the absolute king of red wine. Oh. Right, he dropped insane money on tips last night. There has to be a massive system reward, right? He got super drunk on that fancy wine that costs tens of thousands per sip. He totally missed the system notification chime. Wait, he actually remembers. He slaps his forehead, suddenly recalling the system's reward sound echoing in his dreams. Ding, detected 2.68 million on stream tips. Special reward triggered. Complete mastery of national martial arts. Hold up. Could the missing headache be related? It's not the wine that's so good, but because his physical fitness just became straight up superhuman. He leaps out of bed, suddenly feeling lighter than air. The guy almost literally smashes into the 14-foot bedroom ceiling. He doesn't even need to fully test his agility. A casual jump puts him 12 feet in the air. The world record is barely 10. This is way beyond normal human limits right now. This endless energy means he wouldn't even break a sweat after totally fighting for 7 days and nights straight. Honestly, not bad at all. He clenches his fist, feeling the wild, explosive power rushing right through his body. His confidence absolutely skyrockets. Right then, he makes a solid plan. Now, stick with me here. He's heading to the Empire Building today to officially check out his new skyscraper real estate. First up, a quick bank run to send his parents some living expenses. Let's wire 200,000 to mom and dad. The reason he is only sending 200,000 isn't because he's cheap. Imagine casually dropping $1 billion on them. Those sweet old folks would definitely have a heart attack, worrying he was doing something super illegal in Magic City. They'd catch a train just to beat a lesson of love into him with a broom, forcing him to be honest. Cut to Dongfa Bank, Rainbow Road branch. After parking his Veneno, he struts straight into the VIP counter. Wants a transfer. The clerk, Megan, glances up at his super casual intern clothes. Clearly unimpressed, she hits him with a seriously bored tone. Your basic card's daily limit is 50,000. You cannot transfer anything more. Megan hears his 200,000 request, pouts her lips, and coldly replies. Can he raise it? He frowns. Why exactly does Megan's tone make it sound like he's a beggar owing her money, not a customer? She sarcastically says, sure. Is 1 billion enough? Megan rolls her eyes so hard. Last night she obsessed over this insanely rich boss on a short video app, a guy who dropped 999 carnivals. She even sent him 2 incredibly spicy photos. Straight to his DMs, practically begging for his attention, but as a result, he completely ignored her. You and I know this leaves insecure Megan furious today. Seeing our guy dressed up like a total scrub, she just has to be incredibly bitter and take it out on him. What do you mean? He frowns, his voice turning ice cold. She snaps back, just look at the petty cash in your. She mocks his card while he acts like a big boss raising his limit. Really quite funny. Stick with me here. If he is not elite, he shouldn't try squeezing in. Shamelessly, Megan openly scolds him, but secretly, she is actually scolding herself for failing her own massive gold-digging expectations. She is utterly unable to hook up with an actual filthy rich boss. Arthur says he has no clue what is in his card, daring her to check. He sneers at her. Count it, you absolutely sour young loser. She figures his little bit of pocket change takes just a single glance. Megan takes one lazy glance at her monitor, but that outrageously, absurdly long number in the balance column instantly makes her leap straight out of her office chair. She covers her mouth, completely unable to believe her own eyes. So many zeros. This freaking number is over 1 billion, absolutely over 1 billion. In raw liquid cash, anyone who can casually drop over 1 billion in cold cash right into a single checking account, their total net worth must easily exceed 10 billion. Now watch this. Her insecure mockery actually just targeted a literal super mega tycoon. She begs, saying she was so wrong. She now completely understands. She just provoked massive career-ending trouble. Meanwhile, a sharp-eyed senior staff member nearby already noticed the screen and reported this insane matter to the bank president. The branch president hastily sprints down from his plush corner office. Upstairs, he looks miserable and sweaty, but his face is already plastered with a highly desperate, flattering smile, because this young customer is a walking gold mine. He panics. Mr. Arthur, sir, this little girl at our front desk is just incredibly ignorant. I will fire her immediately. Please do not take any offense. I will personally handle all your banking needs and upgrade your card to a supreme black card entirely for free. The terrified president constantly spews endless apologies, bowing repeatedly. Arthur nods slightly, barely satisfied with the big branch president and his terrified attitude. The moment it is pulled out, the black card basically proves his absolutely untouchable identity anywhere in the entire world. This supreme black card has absolutely zero daily transfer limits. The annualized deposit rate is negotiated privately, which is usually several times that of normal users. Assets strictly over 100 million are eligible to even apply. The base handling fee alone costs hundreds of thousands, leaving 1 billion in there easily guarantees tens of millions or more in pure passive income every single year. You see, this is exactly why the wealthy get richer without doing a single thing. Even if that money just sits there, it will continuously appreciate and multiply. Now Megan is completely dumbfounded. A petty slip of her tongue caused her to instantly lose her cushy job. This kind of dramatic plot only seen in wild soap operas actually happened to her today. This young man is simply way too terrifying. She lowers her head. Her mind goes totally blank. Now, swearing to whatever gods are listening to never judge people by their clothing again, he holds his heavy metal supreme black card. After easily transferring 200,000 to his parents, he walks out and gets into his Lamborghini Veneno. All right, it is time to check out his new skyscraper real estate. He whistles a happy tune, driving the Veneno straight towards the towering Empire Building. The Empire Building is his absolutely biggest financial trump card right now. He specially checked the market stats yesterday. This massive skyscraper really must sell it. We are talking hundreds of billions here. This single massive building pushes his total net worth right into the absolute top Forbes list rankings. The potential here is limitless. he could sit back, do absolutely nothing, and just rent it to mega corporations. 10 years of rent equals tens of billions. It is literally a giant concrete goose laying golden eggs, turns out. The only real difference between Arthur and those elite billionaires was that he just needed one shiny skyscraper. He drives casually, quickly pulling right up to the massive Empire building. It is already 10 a.m. after casually parking his shiny hypercar straight into the exclusive VIP underground parking lot downstairs. He walks into the main lobby like usual. There are still a few petty details left at his old software company to handle. Better go up and officially quit. Arthur definitely endured a ton of serious abuse and heavy misery at this incredibly toxic company all month, working under the fake excuse of training rookies. They just ruthlessly exploit everyone for cheap, free intern labor. Plus, there is Justin, that rat-faced team leader constantly finding stupid reasons to bully him. Well, watch this closely. Today he returns the favor tenfold. Ding, the elevator doors slide open. Arthur casually strolls inside the intern floor. Right now, every single person in that office area is whispering nervously. One guy mutters, "I heard about yesterday. Rumor says that team leader Justin got completely humiliated by Arthur down at the tea shop. Now Justin is waiting here just to get petty revenge, but Arthur still has not shown up. Is he scared? What are you saying? Arthur wouldn't be scared at all, a female intern argues, visibly annoyed. Then why do you think he is a no-show today? Total coward. Some jealous guys in the room waste no time dragging his name. Hey, it is just a fact. The female intern is unable to argue back and just mutters, maybe he overslept. Justin barks out, I do not care what his lame excuse is. Justin aggressively slams his foot onto a desk, his face totally twisted with ugly rage. Since childhood, Justin's rich family background spoiled him completely. His brother-in-law Gary is a high-level executive manager right here. He always gets absolutely whatever he wants. Who on earth dares to challenge him? But yesterday, not only did he let Arthur, some broke college kid, completely show him up, Arthur flexed so unbelievably hard that it made Justin lose both his temper and his wallet. That very night, that gorgeous woman completely rejected him for being totally broke and instantly dumped him. Epic fail. He lost his girl and his pride. All of this directly makes him explode with toxic rage. He provoked me and still dares to be freaking late. That guy is dead meat. Even if the king of the heavens comes down, nobody can save him. Master Justin says so. Oh, is that so? Arthur's perfectly calm voice rings out over the cubicles. Several girls' eyes instantly light up. They stare at him excitedly, but then begin deeply panicking for Arthur again. After all, Justin is still the guy nobody dares to cross because of his executive connections. And this time, Justin is absolutely losing his mind. Arthur is definitely in deep trouble. All those jealous guys are quietly gloating over Arthur's bad luck. Only his single real friend frantically winks at him to run. Arthur glances at Zach, who just keeps. Zach winks, making panicked faces at Arthur, desperately warning him to watch out for Justin, but Arthur just smiles indifferently. He has known Zach since junior high. The kid used to be his loyal shadow, always calling him Boss Arthur. After graduation, they somehow landed jobs at the exact same company, their brotherhood. Unbreakable. Yo, you are freaking late today, and why are you acting so cocky? Spotting his prey, Justin immediately hops down from his desk. He angrily adjusts those cheap, fake gold-rimmed glasses of his and storms over. Pure menace. You and I might wonder why Arthur came to resign manually, instead of just flashing his new billionaire status and buying the whole building. Simple. For this exact, satisfying moment, knowing Justin's absolute garbage personality, he would definitely pick a fight today if Arthur dropped the billionaire bomb right away. With Justin's pathetic lack of courage, the guy would just wet his pants. He would be on his knees, crying and begging for mercy in seconds. And then Arthur wouldn't get the raw thrill of smashing this bully himself. With his new god-tier status, getting Justin and his shady brother-in-law fired is literally just a single text message away. Way too easy, right? But a clean firing, way too boring for all the hell Justin caused. What, you actually want to get physical? Arthur just gives a faint smile. So what if I beat you up today? I am not just going to destroy you, I am also going to make you roll right out of this company, Justin screams. Brother. Justin, let us just drop this. It is no big deal. Arthur can just apologize and we are good. Sensing the heavy, violent tension, Zach quickly stands up. Get the heck out of here. Who do you think you are, pleading for leniency? Justin does not even spare a single glance at poor Zach. He casually, violently shoves him aside. Zach is totally fuming now, but he needs his paycheck. Keeping his job matters, so he swallows his pride and stays back. Taking a beating and getting tossed from the company, that actually sounds like a perfect plan for you, Arthur grins. Are you literally insane right now? Justin is stunned by that fearless smirk. Stop acting tough, I am warning you, hey. Security, honestly, Justin knows he cannot win a fistfight against Arthur's solid build. So he had already bribed the building's corrupt guards way ahead of time. Today you lose everything in front of everyone. I will step right on your face. Let us see how you ever find work in this entire industry again. Justin signals them. Two massive, corrupt security guards have already moved in closely. He is completely surrounded now. Arthur just sighs, and then his body moves. He pivots violently, launching a blindingly fast straight left kick, instantly followed by a devastating right whip kick. The air literally howls from the sheer speed. This strike carries the absolute pinnacle of ancient martial arts. Mastery, fast as a phantom, before anyone in the office can even blink or register the attack. Both of those massive guards are sent flying by that single whip kick. They crash directly into the tempered glass door 2 meters away. Crash. The entire frame violently shatters into a million pieces around them. They collapse into the jagged shards, groaning, totally covered in deep, bleeding scrapes. Screaming in absolute agony. Holy crap, what just happened? The nearby interns yell. In pure unison, standing there completely and utterly paralyzed. Even Zach, who was his buddy, who was totally ready to help him fight the guards, just freezes. Like an absolute statue. Finally, he snaps out of it. Arthur, you've been hiding this. You actually know martial arts. The female interns, who were absolutely terrified for Arthur, breathes a massive sigh of relief. Thank goodness their office idol is actually insanely strong in a fight. Otherwise, today could have gotten really ugly. That massive crash of breaking glass also draws in the senior staff to come watch the drama unfold. Someone already ran straight to the executive office to snitch. A fight they're fighting. Wait, who is it? Oh, just Justin. Whatever. That guy always uses his manager brother-in-law to act tough, but stick with me. He just hit a wall. The jerk totally deserves this. One angry coworker actually pumps his fist in support. You, what are you doing? Stay back. Justin is absolutely paralyzed by the sheer explosive power of Arthur's kick. He collapses, literally scrambling backward across the floor. Like a crab's, his eyes are wide with panic. I am warning you, my brother-in-law is manager Gary, but Arthur just does exactly what this bully threatened to do to him. He mercilessly stomps his shoe right down onto Justin's face. Weren't you acting so arrogant earlier? Why so quiet now? This completely blows his buddy Zach away. Arthur is way too brutal today, even though the nearby interns and employees feel incredibly satisfied seeing this corporate bully finally get stomped. You and I both know the ugly truth here. This guy's corporate backing is dangerously strong, and manager Gary is famously petty and vindictive. Humiliating his brother-in-law like this will absolutely invite some brutal corporate payback. Right as Arthur is crushing Justin, a loud, angry voice booms from the hallway. Arthur, what do you think you're doing? Let him go. What can you do if I refuse? Arthur just presses his foot down even harder into Justin's cheek. Right now, Arthur's physical strength goes way beyond a normal human limit. If he pushes just a little bit more, Justin's head might actually pop like a watermelon. Gary, save me. My sister only has me, her one and only. Brother, if anything happens to me, she will make your life absolute hell at home. Justin screams in agony from beneath Arthur's sneaker. You are totally replaceable. Nobody, not only were you late, you attacked your superior. Let him go right this instant. I am firing you right now, and then I'll send you straight to the cops. You can rot in a jail cell for a few years. Your entire future is completely over. Manager Gary screams in absolute rage, pointing a trembling finger at Arthur. Oh, are you done spouting your nonsense? Arthur sneers, finally lifting his foot and stepping back. This piece of garbage isn't even worth killing. It just dirties my shoes and, honestly, lowers my status. Justin frantically scrambles right behind manager Gary, still sporting a massive, bright red bloody shoe print stamped perfectly right across his face. He glares at Arthur in pure terror. You are finished, I'm telling you. Seeing Justin is basically fine, Gary instantly gets back that arrogant confidence of a corporate boss. He sneers, today I will make you truly experience the truly ruthless power of the wealthy. Oh, is that so? Arthur raises an eyebrow. We're thinking the exact same thing. You call yourself rich person in front of me, just as manager Gary gets ready to spit harsh. All right, watch closely. Arthur's brand new phone starts ringing, and he picks it up lazily. Hello, is this the esteemed Mr. Arthur? I am Chairman Victor from the Empire Building Joint Organization. I speak for the entire board of directors. We would love to speak with you about the future affairs and management of the Empire Building. The older man on the other end of this line sounds incredibly polite. Yeah, I am Arthur. No need to discuss this over the phone. I am actually on the 10th floor of your building right now. Let's talk face to face. Arthur casually drops the bomb and hangs up the phone before the billionaire chairman can even reply. What is he doing, calling for backup? He is just a naive kid who just started working here in Magic City. What connections could he possibly have? He is pretty good at faking it, though. The office bystanders whisper. Meanwhile, manager Gary smugly crosses his arms, waiting with keen interest. He wants to see what kind of pathetic backup this arrogant kid can find. How much power could a broke intern have? Whoever he calls would still have to bow down and call Gary the boss of this company. He plans to completely destroy Arthur's confidence and then send him straight to prison. His twisted sense of accomplishment would be absolute. Meanwhile, let us check out the 100th floor, the executive level, Arthur apparently said. He came directly to the building for a total surprise inspection. Chairman Felix hangs up the phone and speaks nervously to the entire room of billionaires. Wait, what? Where is the new owner, Mr. Arthur, right now? Let's personally go down to escort him. We absolutely must show him massive respect. The directors ramble in absolute panic. No need. He said he is on the 10th floor. Right now, he told us to come down and talk face to face, but his tone was really bad. It seems our new boss encountered some extremely unpleasant things down there. Chairman Felix is sweating bullets. A bunch of directors glare at Chairman Victor, who was trying to hide in the crowd. Hey Victor, isn't the entire 10th floor rented out by your software company? Could it be that your people offended Mr. Arthur? Even if I had 9 lives, I would never dare. I have not even seen Mr. Arthur yet. Victor is so terrified his face turns completely pale. If his stupid company is the reason Arthur ruins things for the entire joint board, he will face absolute financial ruin. I pray to the gods it is not my useless employees causing trouble. He prays frantically in his mind. What are we waiting for? Why are we not rushing to the 10th floor right now to pay our deepest respects to Mr. Arthur? Are we waiting for the billionaire owner to walk up and see us? Chairman Felix yells in panic. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Hurry to the 10th floor. Ding, the elevator on the 10th floor opens. Group of elite executives surrounding Arthur instinctively turn to look Over at the noise, his backup arrived so fast, they are rushing to beg for my mercy. Manager Gary sneers smugly, but the second Gary turns around. His legs instantly turn to absolute jelly, the arrogant smile on his face completely and utterly vanishes. Wait, isn't this the billionaire chairman of Schwanaming Design Company? Impossible. This broke intern could never know. This level of massive business giant with a net worth of tens of billions. Next. Something even more mind-blowing to the high-level executives happens, right behind the big boss of Jean Ming Design, plus the absolute top executives from those massive corporate giants are walking right out of the elevator, one by one, normally. These guys are absolute legends, untouchable, rarely seen in public. They are super aloof. Completely mysterious billionaire CEOs, but right now, they are flooding onto the 10th floor. Intern area like absolute commoners crowding into a busy market. Seriously, what on Earth could have caused this massive, world-ending emergency? Pretty much every single boss in the entire skyscraper is standing right here. The whole office is stunned. Seeing all these mega, wealthy business titans storming in at the exact same time, the sheer terrifying pressure of their hurried footsteps is honestly just a massive shock to the system. Manager Gary immediately tries to run up, ready to grovel, hoping to ask his big boss, Chairman Victor, what is going on and maybe score some easy points. He never expected Victor to violently shove him right aside. Victor and his massive crew of billionaires all bow respectfully, walking straight toward Arthur. Yes, the exact same guy Gary was just trashing 5 seconds ago. Wait, what is happening? Stick with me here. Literally everyone in the office is completely speechless right now. Mr. Arthur, I am Felix, the boss of Jiang Li Company. He spots the shattered glass everywhere, the groaning guards on the floor, bleeding out, and the pure terror on the faces of every single employee. Nearby, Felix instantly figures out how bad this mess really is. His heart is absolutely pounding in sheer panic, furiously cursing these foolish nobodies in his mind for having the absolute audacity to provoke the true master of this skyscraper. Arthur just nods slightly. He knows these executives are going to be paying him massive rent money. For a very long time, he still needs to keep things somewhat professional with them, after all. Mr. Arthur, what exactly offended you today? Just say the word, and we will ruthlessly crush whatever problem you have right now, Chairman. Victor catches on fast, immediately stepping forward, confidently thumping his own chest as he guarantees it. Ask him yourself. Arthur simply lifts his chin, glaring coldly straight at Gary, who is violently shaking right now, looking like his actual soul has completely left his body. So it really was this idiot subordinate. Victor's heart drops to his stomach. Oh no, his face twists up in absolute explosive rage. Gary, tell me exactly how you dared to offend Mr. Arthur. What kind of nightmare is this? Gary screams internally. Right now, he honestly just wants to throw himself out the nearest window. He literally just bragged that anyone Arthur called for backup would have to call him daddy, but brutal reality hit entirely different. Arthur actually called in a massive group of billionaires that Gary has to call his masters, real heavyweights showing up to back him. If anyone here even twitched a single finger, they could easily ruin Gary, ensuring he never finds a job again for the entire rest of his utterly pathetic, miserable life. He is terrified, like sweating bullets, knees shaking, terrified. That cocky swagger he had 5 minutes ago is completely gone. He cannot even find the courage to speak properly. Chairman Victor, sir, what exactly is happening here? What is happening? Victor is so furious that smoke is practically blowing out of his ears. Standing right in front of you is the esteemed Mr. Arthur, the absolute sole owner of this entire Magic City Empire skyscraper. The man has liquid assets worth hundreds of billions. Seriously, what kind of massive death wish do you actually have? How dare they provoke Arthur? Wait, he owns the entire empire building. The whole office absolutely loses it. Everyone starts screaming. Gary is stunned, his brain totally short circuits, stammering out. Chairman Victor, you have to be kidding me, right? Haha, this is a prank. This kid is just a broke intern we were going to fire. How could he be the actual landlord of the entire Empire Commerce building, firing him? An intern, you and I know our billionaire is confused. What is this weird situation? He had just been interning here for 2 months. What an eye-opener today is. Arthur just shrugs his shoulders and stays cool. Mr. Arthur, you must be joking. Haha, you have such amazing foresight, playing by your own rules like this. You really are a rare genius among business giants. Yes, you even came all the way down here to the slums for an undercover inspection so early on. You have worked hard, Mr. Arthur. Victor shamelessly and repeatedly flatters him. Arthur is speechless. He actually just wanted to intern. Gary, you idiot, explain what happened right now, or I swear we will not spare you, Victor roars. Gary is terrified, his knees going completely weak. Finally, unable to handle the crushing pressure coming from the chairman, he spills the entire story exactly as it went down, listening. The directors beside him are terrified, sweating bullets, bullying Arthur, illegally cutting his internship salary, and they even wanted to send him to prison. My God, you bastard, Victor feels like his lungs might explode from pure rage right now. This lowly supervisor is as stupid as a pig. Wild, right, you. Just tell me, Mr. Arthur, however you want to handle him, I will listen. Completely, I will not say a single word of protest. Then let us do it. Exactly the way he planned to deal with me earlier, Arthur replies so casually. All right, Victor agrees on the spot without any hesitation. If he cannot give Arthur a good explanation today, his software company will not survive to see tomorrow. Thank you, Mr. Arthur, for giving me a chance to clean house and fix this. Chairman Victor, I am an old employee who followed you for over 10 years. Even without merit, I worked hard. You cannot do this to me. Gary is completely broken down now. Openly sobbing, you caused an apocalyptic mess for me. I have not even settled the score with you yet. Victor roars, you and Justin, from now on, both your names are permanently erased from my company. Security, throw these 2 idiots and the guys on the floor straight to the police station. Just tell them they deliberately caused severe corporate trouble and almost hurt the building owner, Mr. Arthur. After that, Victor turns around and smiles super apologetically at him. Mr. Arthur, what do you think of this setup? Barely acceptable. Arthur nods slightly. Justin is violently dragged out by security, absolutely wailing in pure despair. I was the one who got beaten up. You are turning black into white, seeing Justin's miserable, tear-streaked and totally pathetic face. The other interns burst into laughter. Classic face slapping, right? This toxic. The local bully totally got what was coming to him. Evil meets evil. This guy tried to scheme for a little, only to lose absolutely everything. All right, show's over. Everyone scatter. Don't you all have actual work to do? Victor glares at the crowd, stepping up to fix the whole corporate vibe. The employees hear the big boss speak up and instantly freeze in place. Nobody dares to watch the drama anymore, so they quickly scatter to busy themselves with some furious fake typing. Troublemakers handled. Now, a massive group of directors surrounds Arthur, escorting him right to the VIP room for the new lease. Not bad at all. Arthur closes the heavy contract, his face totally unbothered. Phew, you and I can hear the chairman breathe a massive sigh of relief. Acting so sincere, they agree to follow the contract, the total rent for the next 10 years, transfer it straight to his account within 3 days, a total of 18.9 billion. Okay, rest assured, Mr. Arthur, they will get it done as fast as humanly possible. The chairmen are honestly thrilled. They really did not expect the mysterious new owner, Arthur, to be this chill. No ridiculous demands, and he didn't deliberately try to gouge them or make things difficult. Since the new contract is signed, Arthur decides not to linger. He stands right up. Okay, they will respectfully see Mr. Arthur out together. This whole group of billionaires is incredibly attentive until they watch Arthur get into his hypercar. Seeing that Lamborghini Veneno arrogantly leave the garage, they finally let their anxious hearts settle completely back into their stomachs. Vroom, the shadow of the hypercar speeds away. Welcome to Devil Number 6, Magic City Luxury District. After parking the ride in the exclusive VIP lot of this high-end shopping district, Arthur steps right out of the Lamborghini, casually strolling into an ultra-luxury goods store. The poor play with cars, the true elite play with watches, because honestly, without a god-tier watch on your wrist, calling yourself a rich boss is just a joke. Since Arthur decided to upgrade his entire broke aesthetic, then naturally, a legendary watch simply cannot be missing. Vacheron Constantin. He looks up at the elegant store name. Even if Arthur was a broke college student before, that does not stop him from knowing the names of world-famous watches. Vacheron Constantin is the undisputed aristocratic king of watches, the absolute top luxury brand globally. Welcome, sir. Seeing Arthur casually wearing an Armani suit worth over 100,000, the eyes of the beautiful sales staff totally light up. They scramble forward, absolutely terrified of being too slow and having this massive whale client snatched away by their coworkers. Arthur just smiles faintly to himself, shaking his head, but right as he is about to speak, an incredibly annoying, unexpected voice calls out from behind. Arthur turns around to look. Wow, it actually is him. Just as Arthur plans to buy a super luxury watch to flex, he definitely didn't expect to meet old college classmates here. Arthur, I really did not expect to see you wandering a luxury store. The guy opposite him is wearing a set of crazy expensive, top-tier designer summer clothes. The girl beside him is also dressed extremely fashionably and elegantly. Get this, these two are Arthur's old college classmates. The guy is Peter, the girl is K.H. Lowe. Peter was the richest, most obnoxious second-generation heir in their entire college class. K.H. Lowe was the class beauty. Peter also definitely knows that K.H. Lowe actually liked Arthur back then. Right now, there is some seriously heavy. Peter's tone is pure mockery. What does Arthur's family even own? Vacheron Constantin. If Peter knew, he never would have shown up. Arthur just shrugs his shoulders, totally unbothered. Honestly, Peter claims he is just shocked. It has only been a few months since graduation, yet Arthur can somehow afford a rented Armani suit and dare to browse these luxury watches. Peter thinks the money has to be completely illegal, right? Back in school, Arthur was the popular golden boy. Now, he still dares to act tough in the real world, still disrespecting Peter's massive wealth. No way Peter lets that slide, so he just sneers right in his face. Okay, Peter, enough. Chloe shakes the rich kid's arm. Her eyes hold this deep trace of worry and pity watching Arthur. She genuinely used to like him back then, but after facing the brutal real world and seeing those heavy rent bills, she completely compromised. She settled for this rich trust fund kid. Peter's jealousy instantly spikes. He just sneers again. What, got your eye on a watch? Peter brags he knows the boss of this exact place. Want him to buy Arthur some cheap entry-level piece just out of pure pity. Stop staring at those pathetic watches at the 100,000 level, or else he will just be a broke loser forever. Peter deliberately flashes his wrist, flexing a Patek Philippe luxury piece worth well over $1 million. He basically brought Chloe here today just to flex his massive wealth. If she agrees to head to his place tonight to rest up and study some foreign languages, you know the drill. If he feels generous, he will drop hundreds of thousands on a watch just to reward Chloe. Those guides nearby spot that $1 million luxury piece right on Peter's wrist and their eyes light up. This loudmouth clearly looks richer than Arthur. Thank God they dodged Arthur earlier. This guy right here is the real VIP. Whole group of guides instantly ditch Arthur and stick like glue to Peter's side. Perfect. Peter's mouth curls up into this absolutely uncontrollable, smug little smile. See that, Arthur? Against absolute financial power, our guy is basically just a pathetic speck of dust. Arthur just shrugs. He doesn't even need a guide right now anyway. The price tags are clear, just point at whatever looks good, box it up, and swipe the card. Arthur only came here to buy a watch, sure, but mostly he just needed a fast way to spend massive piles of cash. After all, his system requires spending money to generate billions right now. Seeing Arthur completely ignore his flex, Peter's face instantly surges with pure boiling anger. His whole pathetic show-off routine completely failed to cause any psychological damage to Arthur. Instead, the total silence is actually making Peter look like an insecure idiot. Okay, Peter, didn't we come here today just so you could pick a watch for me? Please don't be mad, Chloe repeatedly begs him. Meanwhile, Arthur strolls deep into the inner VIP hall, nodding in total satisfaction. Not bad, this price tier actually works for him. Those outside watches are way too cheap. They definitely will not trigger any good system rewards. He points. This one, and this one. Arthur casually selects a few insanely expensive pieces and just slaps them on his wrist to test out. Peter and the guides finally come trailing in right after. Get ready for this. They spot Arthur holding 8 collector tier watches worth millions each. Holy crap, what on earth is he? What are you doing? Peter is absolutely dumbfounded. Shopping here like it is some cheap grocery store. Do you think these luxury watches are free? Grabbing whatever catches your eye. What are you blindly reaching for here? Do you even know the prices of these watches? If you break one, could your whole bloodline even afford to pay for it? Peter shouts in utter frustration, but Arthur's casual actions also startle the branch manager. Now watch closely with me. Honestly, except for that one emerald piece, almost every other top-tier watch in the entire store has been casually swept up by Arthur. Added together, they are easily worth tens of millions, well over 100 million. Just pack these up. The rest are too ugly. Arthur waves his hand casually. Peter just sneers. Keep pretending, you broke loser. Let us see how long this act lasts. Your broke reality will definitely show when that card declines later, just as Peter eagerly prepares to watch Arthur completely embarrass himself. The system notification sound suddenly chimes right inside Arthur's head again. Detected host spent over 7 billion purchasing ordinary luxury watches. Rewarded with 45% of global shares in the Vacheron Constantin company. Interesting. Arthur raises an eyebrow. It seems his previous guess was dead right. The system rewards actually depend heavily on the specific context of the massive purchases he makes. He looks back at Peter with genuine sympathy. In the brief time he spent mocking him, Arthur has already earned controlling stake in a top global luxury brand. Just swipe the card. He casually hands over the Dongfa Supreme black card. Seeing that heavy metal card, Peter's heart violently drops. A black card means liquid assets strictly over 100 million. How could this kid possibly have a real one? Peter is completely dumbfounded while swiping it on the terminal. The Vacheron Constantin Internal Information General Network immediately pops up a massive encrypted red message. The branch manager, Gordon, is totally startled. This situation is incredibly rare. It means the owner of this bank card paying right now is a highly encrypted top-tier executive of the entire Vacheron Constantin company. Stick with me. Could it actually be him? Gordon looks at Arthur in sheer astonishment. Mr. Arthur, please wait one moment. Arthur asks doubtfully. This sudden attitude change must be related to the Vacheron Constantin equity he just obtained. Arthur suddenly acquired 45%. The shares, completely becoming the actual controlling shareholder of the entire global brand. Finally revealed yourself, right? Card declined. Peter breathes a massive sigh of relief, laughing out loud. I told you this kid was simply showing off. But wait, after entering his override password, Gordon finally sees the fully decrypted shareholder information. Massive beads of sweat instantly pop out on his forehead. His entire body is soaked in icy cold sweat. He hastily jumps up from the terminal and bows a full 90 degrees respectfully to Arthur. I am so sorry, Chairman Arthur. I was completely blind to your true status. I truly did not know the big boss graced us with your presence today. Such a supreme boss coming to this specific store, only buying some seemingly broken watches worth a few million. He is clearly just beating around the bush to reprimand their absolutely poor inventory. Chairman Arthur, I should never have let these low-grade mass-produced goods dirty your eyes. Please wait a quick moment for me. After saying that, he turns around and sprints into the most secure core inner vault. Back in the VIP room, Gordon stands before the massive safe. Click, click, he opens it extremely cautiously, pulling out a stunning purple wood box detailed with pure gold. And diamonds, lots of diamonds. Phew, this has to be enough to match Chairman Arthur's supreme status. If he presents this absolute masterpiece, Arthur might actually be satisfied with this branch, even though Gordon is one of the top 3 Vacheron Constantin supervisors in the entire country. Arthur is the absolute owner now. One single sentence from him could strip away decades of his hard-earned glory and status. Gordon doesn't dare be even remotely disrespectful. Returning to the front desk, he smiles highly apologetic. Chairman Arthur, this is the only piece allocated to the entire country, a supreme tier watch from Vacheron Constantin's legendary La Cabinoteur series. Since you need a watch today, this barely matches your status. Now, Arthur had heard some luxury watch names before, but he wasn't super clear on the specific grading. Cabinoteur series, Peter yells, his voice literally cracking. Manager Gordon, what are you doing? Others might not know, but a rich second-generation watch collector like Peter, he knows. This exact watch is globally limited to 6 pieces, just 6 pieces in the entire world. Are you absolutely crazy bringing it out for him? Do you have a freaking problem? Gordon barks back. Chairman Arthur is the global controlling shareholder of Vacheron Constantin worldwide. Only a watch of this absolute caliber is worthy of his wrist. Gordon rebukes angrily. Manager Gordon, what did you just say? Peter is completely, utterly confused. His arrogant brain goes totally blank. Global controlling shareholder of Vacheron Constantin. Meanwhile, K.H. Lowe just stands there, covering her mouth in absolute shock. If I knew this back in college, no matter the cost, I wouldn't have lost this perfect boyfriend. I must be having a nightmare. Peter shakes his head, completely pale. Just absolute astonishment. Sigh. Gordon sighs in his heart. As long as this annoying little brat Peter doesn't cause more trouble or continue to provoke Mr. Arthur, everything is fine. Honestly, Gordon was also shaken to his core when he discovered that the young man standing right here was the brand's controlling shareholder. This watch isn't bad. Arthur straps on the Le Cabinotiers, nodding in total satisfaction. At Gordon, you're very sensible. I'll remember you. After walking out of the Vacheron Constantin store, Arthur strolls around both sides of the high-end luxury district. Again, he buys a top-tier new phone and some random little gadgets that catch his interest, dropping several million. You and I love to see it. After strolling through the entire Devil Number 6 shopping district, our MC has changed into a brand new elite outfit, custom Armani suit, Vacheron Constantin on the wrist, Lamborghini Veneno keys in hand. He finally looks like a true mega-rich boss. Ping, a new message. Arthur opens WeChat, checking a text Lily just sent him. Arthur, where are you now? Are you free tonight? I said I'd treat you to dinner. He shakes his head, completely amused. Last night, Lily saw him tip so much and desperately wanted to refund the massive amount. Arthur had half-jokingly told her, let her treat him to a meal today, use the dinner to pay back the debt. He didn't expect this honest little girl to take it so seriously. I'll come pick you up, you just pick the place to eat, he replies to the message. Okay, I will wait downstairs. Bold move. After sending the text, he speeds off in that Lamborghini Veneno. Before the date, Lily Puts in serious effort, that cherry red lip color, not too flashy, it just makes her beautiful face look absolutely and unbelievably stunning. Her gorgeous white dress sways perfectly in the soft evening breeze. Honestly, just seeing her from behind is breathtaking. She barely even looks like she belongs in the real world. Every single pedestrian is just completely staring at Lily, absolutely gorgeous. Even top celebrities on television cannot even begin to match her at all, clearly waiting for someone. You and I both know the lucky guy is arriving soon. Spoiler alert, it is not us. Lily is completely used to the whispering. She just keeps looking around, feeling a bit anxious inside, right until a fast black blur catches her eye. All that nervous tension finally begins to melt away. Click, the Veneno door swings right open. Sorry for the wait. Inside the car, he smiles and waves her over. Lily quickly nods and slides right into the Lamborghini. Did she finally pick a spot to eat, he asks. She searched forever last night, the priciest 3-star Michelin spot here is Zigwang. Dinner there runs tens of thousands, but she feels it still barely repays his massive gift. Lily playfully sticks her tongue out, looking pretty shy. She literally could not find anything pricier anywhere. Zigwang, he nods slowly, a high-end spot like this usually requires booking way ahead of time. She calls up their official number. Hello, this is the front desk for Magic City Zigwang. A sweet female voice answers the line right away. Hey, I want to eat at Zigwang tonight, just calling to reserve a table, Lily explains. Sorry, but we only take 10 exclusive VIP groups every single day. The guest list for today is already completely packed full. The folks booking right now are scheduled 10 days out. Regardless of who you are, you must wait 10 full days. He just frowns, thanks to his freshly upgraded martial arts hearing. He catches every single word right over her phone. The restaurant hostess sounds polite enough, but there is totally a smug attitude there. This little place really thinks it can just act superior. He looks over at a disappointed Lily, then just confidently reaches right for the phone. Watch this flex. Get your boss on the line now or else he is losing out on a $1 million dinner. He glares and repeats 1 million. The receptionist stutters hard, clearly getting pretty scared now, hearing his super casual tone about dropping a $1 million on food is like breathing air. She realizes he is a heavy hitter. Without wasting time, she transfers the call straight back to the busy kitchen, straight to Paul, the famous owner who is currently cooking. Paul frowns, getting seriously annoyed by this interruption. But despite his anger, after hearing his panicked employee, he really still grabs the receiver. Sir, if you think throwing pure cash disrespects my own culinary art, then you found the wrong chef, Paul states proudly. Even if I make zero money today, I am absolutely not going to break our golden. All right, watch this. Sacred rules of my shop, Paul insists. A slight smile curls up at Arthur's mouth. Then from now on, I am the boss of Zigwang. The rules of this place are changing today. 12 people a day. What crazy talk is this guy spewing? Is having money really that great? Paul frowns, ready to passionately defend his artistic ideals, but Arthur's next words instantly shut him up. Sorry, having money is exactly that great. I offer 300 million to buy this place. Sir, what did you just say? Paul is completely dumbfounded. He touches his balding head, absolutely confused. Opening with 300 million, the actual property of his restaurant cost maybe 100 million to buy, even with renovations and brand value. The total valuation is 150 million at best. Buying Zigwang at a premium of double. He didn't even counter offer. Arthur just directly dropped a massive number. Paul scratches his head, completely hesitating, his proud artistic ideals fiercely fighting his greed. Arthur doesn't rush to say another word, quietly waiting for the chef's response. As time ticks by, Paul is still frozen in a state of greedy bewilderment. A moment later, Arthur says indifferently, forget it. If you honestly don't want to sell, I won't force you. Boss Arthur, wait, do not hang up, I was just utterly shocked. Sell, of course I will sell. Paul's entire spirit is jolted, nodding repeatedly. He really tried to refuse, but alas, Arthur offered way too much. Boss Arthur, Arthur nods slightly. It truly seems everything in this world simply cannot escape the brutal rule of cold, hard cash. After some quick conversation, that proud artistic tone Paul had just minutes ago completely vanishes into thin air. He calls Arthur boss with every single breath, incredibly joyfully. Boss Arthur, please order absolutely anything you like. You are dining at your own shop. I will definitely do my absolute best to prepare the finest ingredients for you, boss. Now for this foie gras, do you want it flown in fresh from France or perfectly aged and sealed? The Champagne region, boss. All right, you just decide what to cook, just serve it when I arrive. Arthur impatiently waves his hand, already getting annoyed enough by his sudden enthusiasm. But get this, a mere few $100 million directly turned a proud, stubborn chef into a total suck-up. The absolute charm of money is truly magical. Lily, standing right beside him, does not know whether to laugh or cry. I said I would treat you, Arthur. I honestly did not expect you to spend hundreds of millions to buy the restaurant instead. Haha, it is totally fine. I just saw that this restaurant has some serious investment potential, so I bought it on a whim. System alert, detected host spent 300 million buying Zigwang, rewarded with human ultimate level musical instrument mastery. Arthur is genuinely surprised. He expected it to give some boring company shares again. It is actually a master art skill, but right now, Arthur owns massive companies like the Empire Building, plus Vacheron Constantin assets in the hundreds of billions. He is definitely not lacking little extra cash. Listen to this guy. All right, let's go. The meal is still on you. In order to let Lily realize her cute wish of treating him to a meal, Arthur smiles and says this playfully. Lily sticks out her tongue, amused into a cute laugh by the serious look on Arthur's face. The genuine charm of that sweet moment also makes his heart flutter a bit. By the way, why didn't you open your live stream today? Arthur asks her, somewhat doubtfully. Eating with you is a time exclusively for the two of us. I really don't want anything else or chat to disturb us. Silly girl. Arthur smiles and gently rubs. All right, let's dive in. Arthur pokes her smooth forehead. Facing this intimate gesture, Lily doesn't pull away at all. Instead, she leans right into his palm like a happy little cat. Her face glows with a massive, genuine smile. Then the Lamborghini roars to life, tearing down the street like a shadow, vanishing completely into the glowing neon city. Shortly after, arriving at the exclusive restaurant, parking the supercar right in the VIP lot of Zigwang, our main guy Arthur leads his girl toward those massive wooden doors. But hey, trouble is waiting. At the door stands a flashy, gold-toothed guy in a loud suit, holding a gorgeous woman. He smirks, tossing a really sarcastic look their way. Arthur just casually raises an eyebrow. This flashy guy, Blake, stares openly at Lily with obvious hunger. He chuckles. Zigwang only takes 10 groups a day. We are the lucky 10th group. You guys are totally locked out. But hey, if the pretty lady wants a tour, I can gladly show her around. As for you, buddy, pack it up and leave. Go back to whatever cheap slum you crawled out of. This seriously greasy guy is making his move on Lily, trying to buy her dinner while actively trashing our hero. Arthur has never seen someone try to steal a girl so shamelessly before. Just wow. Not interested. Lily is clearly disgusted by this Blake guy too. She aggressively frowns, shutting him down. Her voice is freezing cold. Someone really does not appreciate my kindness. Blake coldly snorts. Then the grand doors swing open. We know what is coming. Dozens of waitstaff march out in 2 perfect lines right from the main hall. Wow, this crazy expensive place really knows how to put on a massive show. Haha, you guys really did not need to roll out the red carpet for me like this. Wait, hey, what are you doing? Blake honestly thought this incredibly massive welcome was for him. He definitely did not see this coming at all, just as He gets ready to soak up all that sweet VIP attention. He gets violently shoved aside by the staff, kicked straight over to the curb like absolute garbage. Honey, what is going on? His glamorous date gets super annoyed immediately. Pouting and shaking Blake's arm, Blake wants to scream at them, but then, right through the middle of all those fancy waiters, Paul steps out. He brings his stunning assistant Lilith along with him. Oh wow, it is actually the legendary head chef. This French guy is famous for being incredibly arrogant, if he is coming out himself. A massive VIP must be here. Blake swallows his anger instantly. He tries to guess who this mystery billionaire is, only to see Arthur, the guy he just insulted, holding his gorgeous girl's hand, walking straight up that center carpet. Holy crap, who does this guy think he is? This is hilarious, just faking it to look cool. Security is going to absolutely destroy him in a minute. They will toss him right into the dumpster. He sneers coldly, but before the words even leave his greasy mouth, Paul and Lilith stop dead in their tracks, bowing right to Arthur and Lily, and in the very next second, pure madness. Every single person there bows 90 degrees to the floor. They scream out in total harmony, respectfully welcoming Boss Arthur. Wait, what? At this exact moment, Blake is left standing there, absolutely losing his mind. Boss, he is totally panicking. A ridiculously expensive luxury spot like Zigwang is somewhere a guy like Blake can only dream of showing off at once. It is completely untouchable, but if the actual manager is calling Arthur the boss, then how? Let's see just how high his status goes, and Blake actually dared act arrogant. Trying to steal from a guy this terrifying, Blake knows he must be crazy. He's sweating bullets, if it wasn't for the girl standing right next to him. The one he chased for months just to get a single dinner date. Otherwise, he would have dropped to his knees on the pavement and begged for mercy. Because offending a real big shot in Magic City, one word from them could completely ruin his future. Our guy just nods slightly. He's way above this now. Getting mad at a pathetic nobody like Blake, that would just be insulting himself. Totally beneath him, seeing the boss completely ignore him, Blake wipes his sweaty forehead. He breathes a massive sigh of relief. He grabs his goddess, ready to run. But she snaps, "What are you doing?" She's already staring at the boss. Total admiration in her eyes. Blake was acting so tough just a minute ago. Now he's cowering like a kicked puppy. She is absolutely furious. Are you even a real man? Whether you go inside or not, I am definitely walking in. She rolls her eyes hard. The Zigwang boss is a massive VIP, plus he's incredibly handsome. She has to find a way to get close. As for Blake, he simped for her for 2 whole months, just to score one dinner date. And now she's ditching him. Blake smiles bitterly, completely defeated. He has to follow the woman, sneaking inside while staying far behind our guy. Now watch this. The lobby decor at Zigwang is just mind-blowing. Absolutely top-tier luxury. The whole place drips with classical French aristocratic style, but the most eye-catching thing is that stylish, ancient grand piano sitting perfectly in the sunbeams. It completely steals the spotlight, glowing like the center of the room. This vibe is seriously luxurious, Lily whispers. Normal restaurants look like total garbage compared to the sheer class of Zigwang. Please sit down, Paul and Lilith enthusiastically invite our guy right to the absolute best VIP seat in the house. He and Lizzie sink into the plush seats. Here at Zigwang, every single table gets exclusive waitstaff, but our main group, they get the general manager himself, plus vice manager Lilith serving them personally. Who exactly is this young guy? She is ridiculously beautiful. Some guys are practically drooling, dreaming of her serving them. I am so jealous I could die, the other rich diners whisper. Lily watches the highly attentive, gorgeous Lilith. A flash of territorial jealousy definitely sparks in her eyes, but come on, at a high-end place like this, she won't dare make a scene. Our guy doesn't even have to order. The dishes are meticulously prepared by Paul himself. Every single plate is his absolute specialty. He even brings out a premium bottle of red wine, treasured for over a decade just to use as a humble starter for him. Lilith pours the drinks herself, serving it gracefully for him and Lily, adding hand-carved blue ice cubes to the glass. Our boss nods slightly. This high-end drink is insane, and since it is Paul's personal treasure, the value of just this one small glass has to be at least 100,000. Not bad, but the taste is still lacking that delicate finish compared to Roman Conti, he says, casually swirling his glass. Lilith just smiles. Bitterly, Roman Conti is the undisputed emperor of red wines. If every other wine was compared to it, they would probably all just go out of business from shame. Stick with me. Incredible dishes are brought out one after another under silver cloches. Lilith steps up. Behold the golden phoenix cupcake. The entire dessert is draped in edible gold foil, dusted with powder from the absolute finest, rarest chocolate on earth. Holy crap, the legendary golden phoenix is here. Our MC is a total tycoon. You and I know 2 bites of this cost over 100 grand. We are looking at a literal billionaire, whispers a stunned diner. Arthur's eyes light up, his appetite instantly surging. The flavor of this cake is an absolute masterpiece. Next up, we get fresh French foie gras, shimmering golden caviar, and ice crystal king crab, a dozen top-tier world-class dishes hit the table. Each plate alone costs tens of thousands. Naturally, the nearby customers are absolutely floored. This single meal, factoring in those few vintage bottles of red wine, it has to be pushing $1 million, right at this exact moment. Every guy looks at their girlfriend instantly, terrified of getting completely replaced because their girls are just staring at Arthur. Sweating bullets, every single guy is getting ready to grab his girlfriend and run away. Fleeing now just costs them the dinner bill, if they wait any longer. Arthur is definitely going to steal their girlfriends too, after eating his fill of this absolute feast. Arthur stands up. He glances toward the classical piano sitting nearby. It is such an elegant vibe. Honestly, it would be a pity not to have some live music. Wait, Arthur plays the piano too. Lily's eyes completely light up with total surprise. He waves his hand, casually taking a seat gracefully at the piano bench. Let's watch this, because thanks to his system, he is basically a generational piano master. The exact second his hands touch those ivory keys, pure musical genius and raw emotion flood straight into his mind. As he plays a flawlessly complex melody, it feels like pure magic, pulling absolutely all the listeners in. It is like they are literally transported inside the music. Absolutely stunning. Every woman in the room is completely captivated by him. Handsome, rich, and a piano god. How does a guy this ridiculously perfect even exist? In reality, over at Blake's table, his date Tina is getting furious just thinking about it. She directly stomps her sharp stiletto right onto Blake's foot under the table. The sheer pain makes Blake bare his teeth and gasp out loud, "What is wrong, Tina?" Blake clutches his foot, asking in complete and utter confusion. Watching Arthur flex was already intimidating enough for him, but his dream girl keeps staring at Arthur, leaving Blake swallowing his bitter jealousy in total silence, unable to express his misery. Look at him and then look at yourself. Never ask me out to eat again. I want a boyfriend exactly like Arthur. A total loser like you isn't even worthy of buying my dinner. Brutal. After saying that, she just goes back to staring at Arthur like a totally love-struck fool. Blake is absolutely boiling with rage, holding a massive grudge against our MC, because obviously his goddess cannot be wrong, right? It is clearly Arthur's fault. If this ridiculously flawless guy had not just randomly shown up, why else would she switch up so fast? Boom, with one final heavy emotional chord, his masterful performance comes to a breathtaking end. The lingering melody fills the entire room, leaving everyone absolutely spellbound, craving more and totally captivated. Suddenly, a massive, thunderous wave of applause erupts from the amazed crowd. Arthur just smiles faintly, stands up, and casually strolls right back to his seat. Wow. Arthur, you are definitely holding out on us. I actually recognize that piece, too. All right, guys, playing a piece like that is absolutely world master level. Lily looks at Arthur. With pure adoration in her eyes, our guy laughs it off, acting totally humble, claiming he only practiced a few times. Meanwhile, Lilith is standing there, totally speechless. Being a French girl, she is an absolute sucker for this exact kind of intense, passionate romance. His incredible piano skills just now have absolutely and utterly won her heart over. But anyway, look at the time. They decide to wrap up the night. Arthur shoots Lilith a look. She immediately gets the hint. Miss Lily, your total tonight is 1888. Swipe your card or pay 100,000 in cash. Lily easily agrees. Meanwhile, the red wine is hitting hard. Lily's face is totally flushed, looking exactly like a ripe peach, so incredibly alluring right after Lilith swipes her card for that discount meal, watching Arthur wrap his arm around Lily and head towards the Lamborghini. Lilith's heart burns with intense envy, but hey, he is the big boss. He will definitely return here in the future. I'll absolutely get my chance to serve him, Lilith mutters, biting her lip and secretly making up her mind. Meanwhile, the other guys in the room collectively breathe a massive sigh of relief. If Arthur stayed any longer, they genuinely feared their own girlfriends would just run off with him right then and there. Arthur offers to drive her home. No, I am all alone at my place. It's too dark and cold. By now, the alcohol has fully taken over. Lily's flushed, soft little face rubs boldly right against Arthur's chest. Tonight, I just want to stay with you, Arthur. Cut to Yanding Mountain Villa number 1. Our guy supports a very dizzy Lily as they step into his massive grand lobby. Am I heavy? Lily wraps both arms around his neck, tumbling onto the sofa with her face burning red as she asks. Arthur smiles. Didn't feel a thing. Come on, I'll take you upstairs to grab a guest room so you can sleep. I am not drunk. Lily pouts, clearly annoyed. I can still drink. Stop talking nonsense. Arthur replies, your face is completely red, but suddenly Lily pulls his face right down toward hers. The physical distance between their eyes shrinks to just an inch. He can totally smell her sweet fragrance, mixed with the aroma of fine wine wafting right over him. If you keep this up, I really can't guarantee your safety. Arthur stares down at the gorgeously intoxicated girl right in front of him. Absolute stunning beauty. We are talking near zero distance contact here. He can feel her body heat and softness. Being a normal guy, Arthur's heart is already racing wild. I am not drunk, she whispers. I know that discounted meal was just because you didn't want me spending way too much cash. I have liked you for such a long time, Arthur, and now I finally found you again. This time I refuse to miss my chance. Let's be real, Arthur ultimately couldn't fight that temptation. He scoops Lily up, walking straight toward the master bedroom. Hours pass, and a totally exhausted Lily finally falls into a deep, peaceful sleep. Even though Arthur knew his system physique upgrade made him outrageously strong, he never expected to be this insanely fierce. Even after staying up and busy until the late hours of the night, our guy isn't tired at all. Gently patting the smooth cheek of the sleeping Lily, Arthur finally closes his eyes, drifting off, feeling completely satisfied. Early the next morning, our MC gets rudely woken up by the villa's smart doorbell ringing. Glancing at the electronic monitor screen, it turns out to be Monica and a bunch of staff wearing sharp suits. Arthur raises an eyebrow, activating the voice controlled main villa gate. Boss Arthur, the custom clothes and items you ordered have the deliveries arrived. Monica is still rocking that incredibly hot professional attire, like the most considerate female housekeeper. Monica gives Arthur a seriously heated look. She had long expected his background to be totally extraordinary, but she never guessed that just one day after moving in, Arthur would buy so many luxury goods and clothes. This whole haul must be worth hundreds of millions, right? Arthur tells her, just put these directly in his walk-in closet. She happily agrees. Arthur adds, I cannot let you work for nothing either. I just ordered some takeout. Honestly, 2 people probably cannot finish How about staying for a bite? Arthur laughs. Two people definitely cannot finish it. Monica's heart skips a beat. This is her perfect chance to get closer to the incredibly wealthy boss. How could she ever pass that up? She immediately nods. Repeatedly, Arthur is a bit startled. He was really just being polite, but she actually stayed still. He really does not mind at all. This takeout just happens to cost over $1 million. He and Lily really might not be able to finish it alone. Monica is in no rush to ask who that second person is. She knows that person will naturally show up when the time is right. Arthur then mentions, these next few days I am planning to add a few more maids and housekeepers to the villa. Since you happen to be in this elite line of work, I bet you are super experienced. So are there any solid candidates you can recommend to me? Arthur asks her with a faint smile. A maid housekeeper. A bright blush appears on Monica's face. Are rich people all this obsessed with role-playing? Arthur rolls his eyes. We know he meant actual maids to clean this massive house. Boss Arthur, look at me. Will I do? He raises an eyebrow. She boasts, I am a 7-star gold medal housekeeper on the elite housekeeper network with a full international qualification. Certification, very reliable. I definitely will not disappoint the boss. No, master. The corner of Arthur's mouth twitches slightly. He actually quite likes this new title of master. This woman is smart and perceptive. It is really not impossible to consider letting her be this family's head housekeeper. He gives a slight nod. Not bad, you are hired. Thank you, master. Monica says so obediently. Beep, beep. Classic royal carriage-style delivery truck parks right outside the villa gate. Oh, they arrived super fast. Wait, didn't they say they never deliver takeout? This setup is much more professional than regular food delivery. Arthur laughs and says, yeah, this is takeout. Monica once again feels her entire worldview totally challenged. Since when did an ultra high-end state restaurant like Han Pavilion also start delivering takeout orders? And with this wild setup, are we seeing the entire kitchen crew here, looking at that massive 30-foot dining car? Monica is absolutely blown away. Arthur turns his head just in time to see Lily. She is wearing only a silk loungewear night gown, walking down from upstairs. Her stunning body curves are just faintly visible. It immediately reminds him of last night's absolute joy, making him lick his lips. Wow. The very first moment Monica sees Lily, her heart trembles. She has always been incredibly confident in her own beauty, but seeing Lily makes her feel a truly rare sense of meeting her absolute perfect match. Sigh, it seems I can only peacefully be the master's maid housekeeper. Monica playfully sticks out her tongue. Her heart is still somewhat unwilling. No matter what, you and I know she must become his woman too. You are awake. Arthur smoothly pulls Lily, who is sitting on the sofa like a little white rabbit, snuggling right into his arms. He strokes her hair. I ordered takeout. I'll take you back after lunch. Lily nods obediently. Right now, her status isn't quite enough to stay here permanently, but honestly, she's completely thrilled anyway. After all, her biggest wish finally came true last night. Now, she just needs to work harder to officially secure her spot by his side. Arthur glances over, noticing Monica pouting, her cheeks puffed out, clearly jealous. He just laughs, formally introducing the two girls. You know, women's friendships can be totally unpredictable. If they aren't competing for the exact same status, they can easily become instant best friends just because they happen to like the exact same guy. Arthur definitely learned that from observing internet fan clubs. Honestly, his initial fear of these two girls tearing each other to shreds upon meeting, yeah, that didn't happen. Instead, 5 seconds after introducing themselves, they act like childhood best friends reuniting after a decade. This whole dynamic is absolutely wild. What takeout did you order, Arthur? Just as he is sitting there speechless, Lily curiously lines in to ask, you'll see when it arrives. Arthur checks the multi-million-dollar antique clock hanging on the wall. Guessing the food is almost here. Course number 1, supreme boiled cabbage. The master chefs finally finish prepping everything out in the catering truck, rolling out the dishes with absolute literal top-tier VIP banquet standards. Golden Dragon Coiling Pearl, Undersea Buddha jumps over the wall, 1. Legendary delicacy after another hits the table, you and I have never seen anything so alluring. This food demands absolute perfection in color, aroma, and taste. Hitting every single sense, pure luxury hiding behind simple presentation, masterful technique. Made to look totally effortless, Arthur had only heard rumors before. Today, he actually sees it. Sit down and eat with us. You've been working hard, Arthur generously waves the master chefs over. 2 girls plus him, there's absolutely no way they can finish this feast. Instead of wasting it, Arthur figures doing these elite chefs a solid favor works perfectly for his own secret little plans. Hearing this, the state banquet chefs completely freeze in panic. This single meal costs more than their combined salary for years. How could they possibly dare to sit and dine casually with a literal billionaire? But thanks to Monica's elite persuasion skills, the terrified chefs finally take their seats. This spread is easily the most satisfying meal Arthur has had since becoming wealthy. Sure, last night's Western dinner was incredibly luxurious and tasty, but the portions were an absolute joke. A gold leaf cake worth over 100 grand, gone in one single bite. He spent millions and left the restaurant hungry for genuine delicacies. We both know traditional banquets always win. Arthur smiles, nodding as he casually cracks open a bottle of national treasure. Fenjiu worth over 3 million. Come on, 1 glass each. No, no, no. The elite chefs practically jump out of their chairs, visibly trembling. Boss Arthur, a single glass of this is hundreds of thousands. We really don't deserve to drink something this expensive. If the billionaire gets mad and makes them split the check later, they'd have to sell their homes just to cover the debt. Haha, relax, it's totally my treat. Seeing the sheer panic on these master chefs' faces, Arthur just shakes his head, laughing out loud. It's fine, the chefs finally breathe a sigh of relief, looking at him like a literal god. Seeing their reaction, Arthur shakes his head in pure amusement, downing his insanely expensive glass. Down it goes in one gulp. Incredible wine, honestly. Seeing how Arthur drinks, the chefs don't know whether to laugh or cry. $3 million for premium wine chugged down like tap water. You and I are witnessing a totally casual rating. Is this what an absolute billionaire boss looks like? Arthur watches the chefs finishing that premium liquor. A sly smirk crosses his face. Since the drinks are down, he speaks plainly. I barely have time to cook. I need a few personal home chefs want to consider working for me privately. The absolute elite state banquet chefs almost spit out their $3 million wine. They always knew rich dudes were sneaky. Why would he be so generous giving them free drinks out of nowhere? So this was his trap all along. I will pay 10 times your old corporate rate. How about it? Arthur chuckles. 10 times? You guys are not joking, right? We make 300,000 to 500,000 a year already. Wouldn't 10 times that be 3 to 5 million? They are completely stunned, even without that glass of epic national treasure wine. A dream salary of 3 to 5 million means they do not need to hesitate. Yeah, deal. After I settle the bill today, you guys go back and officially quit your jobs, buy fresh groceries on the way, and become my private chefs starting today. Understood, Boss Arthur. These top-tier state banquet chefs all secretly cheer, realizing they just hit the absolute jackpot. This fancy meal was finished with extreme satisfaction. Time to pay. Arthur casually pulls out his Dongfa Supreme Black Card. Boss, you spent 4,670,000. Today, should we round off the fraction for you? Right now, Arthur is there. True boss, these chefs definitely know who to flatter. No need. Our guy wishes he could blow even more cash right now. Maybe the system drops a grand prize. Monica, Lily, and the chefs are totally amazed. This is the aura of an absolute billionaire boss. A $5 million meal is literally spare change to him. Ding. Detected, host spent 4,678,000 bucks on dinner, rewarded with full ownership of the legendary Leffe wine estate in Bordeaux, France, +1 Globally accepted Centurion Black Gold Card. Just wow, he ate a regular meal and directly won a massive wine estate. Arthur listens to the system. Alert and silently decides this is highly satisfying. Now this Lefit wine estate is the largest, most premium wine property across Europe, valued at roughly 6 billion euros, yet compared to that epic Centurion Black Gold Card, it still feels lacking. Even our MC did not expect to score a legendary Centurion Black Gold Card today. You and I both know, this is the ultimate global status symbol. Only the absolute highest level government officials across the globe, or those massive billionaires and powerful individuals with completely untouchable identities hold this. The Centurion Black Gold Card is famously crowned the king of credit cards. Its overdraft limit basically does not exist. That is an absolutely terrifying level of wealth. Once those fancy chefs leave, Arthur also gets ready to drive Lily home. As for cleaning the massive villa, naturally Monica takes charge of hiring a professional cleaning squad. Vroom, the sick Lamborghini Veneno stops dead at the Fuhua residential gates like a flash of lightning. After one goodbye kiss, Lily steps out of the ride. He casually unlocks his phone, checking for new messages. He definitely didn't expect his notifications to totally blow up. Arthur, is this guy in the video you? Absolute legend boss. Arthur, you just went crazy viral online. His app pings, bro, you play piano like a god. Is this fake? I haven't seen you play before. Arthur is totally stunned, clicking on the videos that so many people just sent him. The background of the video is pretty clearly that fancy restaurant Zigwang. He just shakes his head, smiling. Yesterday, he merely played a random piece just for fun. Someone actually filmed him, tossed it straight online, and it went absolutely viral overnight. Sigh, he really didn't want internet fame. Regarding this crazy sudden popularity, Arthur just shrugs his shoulders, completely speechless. Back at the villa, Monica is actually staring hard at her screen, eyes totally glowing. What exactly is she looking at so intensely? Arthur glances over. You guessed it, the video of him playing the piano. So you're this hidden master. Monica's eyes get even more starry. He's officially been dubbed the internet's brand new ultimate grassroots male god. If he started streaming right now, showing his face and riding this massive hype train, he could easily become an absolute superstar overnight. Maybe even the new national husband title, but Arthur shuts that down. Forget it. National husband, I'd literally die from all the endless messages. Arthur rolls his eyes hard. Monica covers her mouth, smiling. That kind of cute look is rare for her. Ding dong. Arthur raises an eyebrow. Who is it? He glances at the security screen. Oh, it's those female applicants for the elite maid jobs Monica arranged. At first, they acted way too proud to visit a private house, but hearing about that 8 million salary, they couldn't wait until evening, fixing their makeup and rushing straight to Yunding Mountain Villa number 1 in a panic. Talk about hardworking. Arthur mutters, not sure if he should laugh. Outside the massive front door, Grace Guan Ruyu grips her own arm, looking super conflicted. She's definitely worried. What if the boss is some creepy old man, offering such a crazy high salary just to demand some shameful favors? If so, how should she handle it? Give in to the money? Right as she's standing there, completely torn apart by this, the door opens. Watch closely, folks. She takes a breath. Whatever happens, it's a shot at 8 million a year. She has to try and grab it. Grace and the 9 stunning girls behind her step into Villa 1. Together, welcome to Villa 1. I'm the head housekeeper here, Monica. Monica stands tall, instantly flipping back to her strict, intimidating royal sister persona. Hello. I'm Grace. Grace stammers out nervously, even though these girls have top-tier academic degrees and solid skills. It's the first time they've seen a housekeeper like Monica. She has this crazy mature beauty mixed with a terrifying boss aura. Naturally, they're all sweating bullets right now. No need to be nervous. I'm just working for the master. Monica respectfully bows down toward Arthur lounging on the couch. Master, hearing that anime-style title actually makes These naive girls, who barely know the real world, instantly turn completely red, but when they see Arthur flashing a handsome smile from the sofa, they blush even harder. Wait, is that not the viral piano male god from their feeds? The girls all widen their eyes in pure shock. They were totally expecting the villa owner to be some creepy, bald, filthy rich old guy. This contrast is just ridiculously huge. For a second, every single girl feels their hearts are an absolute stormy sea right now. Among them, plenty of girls literally begged to marry this piano god in the comments just an hour ago. Grace is one of them. She is screaming internally, forget the massive 8 million annual salary. Honestly, she would gladly serve this perfect guy for totally free. Our MC tells them to relax. Just cleaning and managing the massive villa is all they have to do. Arthur sees they are worried and calmly explains, but no. No, they scream they will do absolutely anything, seriously anything, as long as he is willing master. Arthur is left totally speechless. Grace and the girls all blurted that out without thinking, and then they finally realize what they just said. Their faces turn bright red. Arthur scratches his head. He definitely didn't expect these girls to have such a thirsty reaction. Since that is the case, he tells them to go explore the villa layout with Monica first. Yunding Mountain Villa sold for over $1 billion. It naturally packs its very own hidden strength, just the bedrooms alone number 9, not to mention how massive the main villa body actually is. Plus, the basement level is just completely different from what normal people expect, an entire hollowed out mountain serves as the basement for villa number 1. After getting familiar with the massive place, the maids are absolutely blown away. If you are from Magic City, you know the legendary name of Yunding Mountain Villa. Villa number 1 is literally the absolute king of them all, but only by seeing it. Do you realize the absurd luxury inside? With zero objections, they will sign the contracts right now. Thanks to Monica's insane efficiency, it took exactly 1 day to prep these ironclad agreements. We have absolutely no problems. The girls quickly check the paperwork and agree eagerly. Arthur nods slightly. He directly pays their massive salaries up front. By nightfall, he is just relaxing. With the maid squad officially established, the huge villa finally has a bit more of a lively domestic vibe. Before, Arthur living alone in that massive villa definitely felt pretty lonely. Now, when bored, he grabs a few maids for board games, taking penalty drinks for losing, or they all swim in the open air heated infinity pool up on the villa roof. He is honestly living so incredibly comfortably. A normal guy's entire lifetime of experiences could not even match the pure thrill of his single night. Being mega rich feels really amazing. Master, what are you doing? Come play. After adapting to their new environment, the maids are having the absolute best time. Even though Yunding Villa is huge with 10 of them cleaning together, the chores are quickly wiped out fast. After finishing up, they can happily hang out with their handsome, ridiculously wealthy master. Heaven could not beat this place, but Arthur just waves his hand. Now stick with me here. His totally dead college group chat where no one spoke for a whole year suddenly blew up. Literally 99 plus notifications. What is happening? Our MC is genuinely surprised. After graduation, that class group chat was completely dead. Literally no one spoke a single word for half a year. Tonight, it suddenly caught massive fire. Clicking in, he finally spots the pinned announcement. It reads, "Old classmates, the college internship period is officially over, right? If you are free in a couple of days, let's gather up." The guy who posted it all starts with Chris, the old class monitor. His announcement totally reignited the old college chat. You and I know how these messy reunions go. Of course, the topic quickly shifts to work, and the complaints endless. One guy rants about his nightmare boss forcing daily overtime and actually claiming working 12 hours a day is some huge blessing. Yeah, right, skipping overtime pay is one thing, but expecting gratitude on top of it, absolute madness. Meanwhile, others are saying, hey, at least you have a job. I am still completely unemployed here. Just thinking about it brings tears. But wait, Peter should be doing great. Right, he is a trust fund kid after all. Someone immediately snaps back. Show some respect. He is already a high-level executive over at his dad's company. I actually work for him now. Everyone gets super envious. Classic rich kid perks. Then someone asks about Chloe, the ultimate class beauty. Rumor says she and Peter are officially a couple now. Reading this, the corner of Arthur's mouth curls up into a smirk. Honestly, it is a hilarious coincidence. These two getting hyped up by the class. Our MC literally just bumped into them while shopping for a luxury watch recently, when those two realized that he was actually the major controlling shareholder of Vacherin Constantin. Their eyes almost popped right out. Arthur still remembers their absolutely hilarious, stunned faces. Priceless. Suddenly, Peter finally chimes into the chat, playing hard to get. His fans panic. Please come, Peter. You are the absolute best guy in our entire class now. The reunion is totally pointless without you there. Yeah, exactly. I still need a job. Maybe you can hook me up at your massive company. Flattered to the absolute heavens, Peter is totally eating up all this massive praise. He types back, laughing, no problem at all, guys, since you all respect me this much. I will definitely show up. By the way, where is Arthur? Back then he was the class golden boy. Didn't Chloe have a crush on him? Dave's blunt message drops. Absolute shockwave. That one brutal sentence instantly sinks Peter's massive, inflated ego. Watch your mouth, Dave. Why are you bringing up old drama and trying to expose Peter's old wounds? Wayne, one of Peter's little corporate lapdogs, barks back. Dave types back, what is wrong? Am I not allowed to speak the truth here? The guy is famous for being totally blunt, showing absolutely zero fear. Right as a massive virtual brawl is about to explode, our MC Arthur casually drops a message. Since everyone is so eager to meet up, let's do it. Arthur is finally here. How are things going, man? I heard you ended up at some decent software company. Honestly, most of the jealous guys in chat are just praying that Arthur failed in the real world so they can laugh. Zach fires back. Boss Arthur's achievements are way beyond what you peasants could ever imagine. Zach refuses to let anyone disrespect his boss. He absolutely has to speak up and defend him. Another classmate immediately sneers back, saying, look, it is Arthur's little fanboy. Why are you still praising him after graduation? Exactly. Still calling him boss with every single breath you take. Hilarious. Now that we are in the real world, can you wake up already? Money makes you the boss, period. Several others immediately agree and chime in. They back Peter completely. Stick with me, because Zach warns them you might not believe it now, but Boss Arthur is going to absolutely terrify you all. That is it, Zach fires back, completely indignant, scared of him. Please stop joking around. You and I both want to see what epic status scares us. No way, however strong he is, could he actually beat my brother Peter. Wayne and the other guys are just incredibly bitter. Haha, I am just an unemployed nobody now, nothing to talk about. Arthur actually sends a message to stop Zach from saying anything else. Unemployed nobody, got fired, there is no way. Arthur seriously ended up unemployed right after graduation. Society is truly so ruthless. Those guys popping up seem concerned, but they are absolutely secretly gloating while texting in the group. However, Arthur completely ignores these messages with his insane current status, telling them would only create a massive, terrifying gap between them. Okay, then it is a deal. 3 days later. Magic City Feng Restaurant. Chris types back, what is Feng Zan Restaurant? Never even heard of it. Eating there is way too degrading. Haley, who has not spoken much all along, finally speaks up. Prices at Feng Zan are not cheap. Average cost is several $100s per person. Most of us are interns. I even think that is expensive. Chris is genuinely surprised by her tone. I talked to my boyfriend. He said in 3 days he will book Han Pavilion for us. When the time comes, everyone can just head straight to Han Pavilion, sitting before. Her screen, Haley curls her lip. The total disdain in her eyes is absolutely obvious. Stick with me here. Magic City's legendary Han Pavilion, that's super. Spot is hailed as the absolute 5-star peak, the average cost. There is at least tens of thousands, dozens of us gathering for a massive meal. Would that not be hundreds of thousands? What does everyone think about it, class? Monitor Chris asks, no problem. A massive VIP is treating. I definitely want to go. Expand my horizons and actually see such a super big shot, the other classmates immediately agree. Most normal people have never even stepped foot in a restaurant of this elite tier. Someone else is footing the bill. Of course, they have to go and broaden their horizons. Okay, then it is settled. Chris finally finalized the details. Watch this. Arthur shrugs his shoulders completely indifferently. He is just meeting a few good buddies he actually got along pretty well with back in college. As for how everyone else acts, it does not matter to him. Master, the door opens. Monica steps in wearing a stunning black silk outfit. One single glance makes Arthur's blood absolutely boil. He hastily puts down his phone, trying hard to control his breathing. Such a gorgeous beauty with a fiery figure and that incredible mature sister vibe, wearing black silk suspenders, exposing flawless legs, standing right in front of him. Honestly, any man alive would find it completely impossible to stay calm, right, doing what a maid should naturally do, serving her master. Monica bites her lip, looking right at Arthur with it intensely fiery gaze. Gulp, he licks his lips. Before he can even speak, Monica walks to his side with those long legs and starts massaging. Honestly, compared to Lily, Monica understands things so much more. No matter what, she makes Arthur feel incredibly happy. Every single location in the room, the balcony, and the massive panoramic sofa in the bedroom, every spot brings him profound memories and absolute joy. Ultimately, everything finally ends amidst Monica's sweet pleas. After bathing, only then does he contentedly embrace that stunning body and finally fall asleep. His national martial arts transformation gave him a ridiculously tough body, completely different from any ordinary people. Naturally, our guy gets to enjoy some serious perks, no matter the outcome. Arthur already scored exactly what he wanted. Monica gazes at his profile with pure adoration in her eyes. Completely satisfied, she drifts into heavy sleep. 8 a.m. sharp, and here is where it gets crazy. Those elite chefs Arthur hired step up, flawlessly prepping premium ingredients for his breakfast. These top-tier culinary masters are not just amazing cooks, they are elite nutrition experts. They designed a fully custom menu for Arthur, ensuring maximum health benefits without sacrificing a single ounce of flavor. And of course, extreme stamina tonics are an absolute must. The chefs easily agreed on this the second they saw his massive villa completely packed with gorgeous lace-wearing maids. Honestly, you and I both know rich guy perks are wild. Having absolute stunners just doing basic sweeping chores. Yeah, right, we all know that is not their only job. Chef Chen raises an eyebrow, laughing with a totally sly grin. So many girls, how does the boss survive? Every single night. If he plays too hard and wrecks his body, absolute disaster. The head chef coldly snaps back, with elite culinary masters like us around. If Arthur's health fails over basic stamina issues, we should be totally ashamed. Absolutely, the nervous chefs frantically wipe their sweat, double up that special tonic soup immediately. I absolutely refuse to let the culinary world mock us for lacking proper body regulation skills. The head chef holds nothing back, instantly adding massive amounts of expensive tonics to the menu. Meanwhile, after working hard, sleep is incredibly sweet. Arthur stretches his back, playfully pinches Monica's soft curves, and happily hops right out of bed. However, by the time our guy finishes washing up and strolls casually back into his massive bedroom, he still does not see Yumo out of bed, still resting. He asks. Yumo's pretty face instantly flushes bright red. It really aches, master. You were just too amazing. My legs are totally weak right now, watching Momo pout and act so incredibly cute. Arthur just bursts into a loud, hearty laugh. Relax, I just checked the kitchen. Breakfast is loaded with supreme nourishing tonics. It is honestly more than enough to completely restore your stamina. Momo's face burns even brighter red. Oh. Master, you are terribly wicked. For breakfast, counting Guan Ru and the maids. Serving him plus those elite banquet chefs, they easily had a full dozen. People, however, Villa Number One's main dining room is just so ridiculously massive. A dozen people grabbing their seats does not feel remotely crowded at all. Honestly, it totally gives off the grand vibe of a powerful aristocratic family. Gathering, sitting proudly in the master seat, Arthur tastes the fresh shrimp and silky egg dish, realizing that if this exact delicacy hit the Han Pavilion menu, one tiny bowl would cost an absolute fortune. Oh right, boss, we came here to serve you. The Han Pavilion's owner totally let us go without fuss, and actually encouraged us to work hard here. He even made absolutely sure we brought you this legendary Black Dragon Supreme Gold card. Head chef Jianfeng then incredibly respectfully hands the sleek Black Dragon card directly to Arthur. Our MC simply raises an eyebrow. It really is not hard to decode the Han Pavilion owner's hidden motive here. Let's be real, that guy clearly figured out Arthur is a massive powerhouse. Since offending Arthur is basically suicide, he is desperately trying to build a good terms. So what's the deal with this Black Dragon Supreme Gold card? Arthur asked with a smirk, for them to actually hand this over as a welcome gift. Yeah, definitely not your average piece of plastic. The Black Dragon Supreme Gold card is literally the top-tier VIP pass at Han Pavilion. Until today, there were exactly two owners. The first is Warren Buffett, invited for a meal at Han Pavilion 2 years back. The second, Chairman Wang from the massive Yida Real Estate Group. Arthur just raised an eyebrow. Warren Buffett, he knew well. The absolute legend of global finance, widely worshipped as the stock god across the globe. So that billionaire actually showed up too. Han Pavilion for lunch. As for Chairman Wang of Yida Real Estate Group, well, he was dominating the richest man in Huxia spot for multiple years straight. He was a total household name, completely needs no introduction. Arthur tucked away that Black Dragon Supreme Gold card. Having this little beauty let you eat completely free at Han Pavilion for life. Plus, it treated you as the absolute highest VIP guest, opening doors to the top-tier Black Dragon Pavilion private dining room. Seriously, the Black Dragon Pavilion literally will not open for anyone without this exact card. It is an insanely exclusive private room, meant only for hosting those supreme Black Dragon card holders. Now, the elite chefs stressed this fact again and again. Free meals for a lifetime. You and I know that is insane. Arthur smiled, shaking his head. Guess dropping over 5 million on one single meal thoroughly terrified the boss of Han Pavilion. Business out of the way, those master chefs excitedly presented their signature dishes to Arthur, hitting the topic of those special health tonics. They heavily emphasized the benefits, really wanting Arthur to eat up and recover. Arthur totally caught their drift, honestly, not knowing whether to laugh or cry. After all, he was now a literal grandmaster of martial arts, with limitless internal energy and life force as deep as the ocean. How could he possibly be worn out from just doing that kind of thing? Anyway, breakfast wrapped up, he straight up asked for the head chef's bank account, casually wiring 10 million right over. Boss, what is this? Du Jianfeng stared wide-eyed, completely terrified by Arthur's insane flex. Oh, that is just the grocery budget for the ingredients. When you shop, only grab the absolute highest tier stuff available. If that is not enough, just say the word and I will send more. Arthur laughed. Enough, seriously, it is plenty. Du Jianfeng did not know whether to laugh or cry. Sure, top tier ingredients cost a ton, but dropping 10 million on groceries at once was way too ridiculous. Look, do not save me money. I am not afraid to spend Cash right now, my only fear is actually failing to spend it all, he secretly wished. They would literally burn through all this cash in a single day. Next, he wired 10 million to Guan Roy too, for the household daily items and groceries. Whatever you buy, just get the absolute most expensive options. I figure 10 million will not last very long either. Need more, just say so. After shopping, just pass the expense. Reports to Sister Yu 10 million will not last long. Who even talks like that? Since crossing paths with Arthur, we watched everyone feel their concept of money completely shattered to pieces. Oh, right. Accompany me to the dealership later, Arthur said, glancing right at Yu Momo. She was secretly giggling to herself. Ah, master, are you planning to buy another car? Momo's eyes went wide. She stared in total shock. Wait, is the Lamborghini Veneno not enough for you? It's just one car, and honestly, it doesn't help when we all need to grab groceries. Plus, honestly, that broken car of mine only has 2 seats. Super inconvenient. Arthur just shrugged. He wanted something massive. Wait, a broken car. Everyone in the room internally screamed, are you and I hearing this right? A Veneno worth 70 or 80 million was just some useless, broken ride with only 2 seats. If you want a new ride, master, there's a massive auto show in the Magic City. Right now, you should check it out, Momo suggested, finally recovering from her shock. An auto show, perfect. That saved him the annoying hassle of visiting dealerships one by one. The Magic City Auto Show would definitely have all the insane luxury cars you could ever imagine. All right, get ready, we're heading straight to the show. Got it. Momo quickly ran out to get the car ready. An hour later, Arthur stepped right out of the Veneno. The massive venue was already totally packed with people. Honestly, most folks were just there to feast their eyes, knowing damn well they couldn't afford anything, because this specific auto show covered 50,000 square meters, packed with every single top-tier luxury brand in the Magic City. Momo had done her homework on the way and nodded eagerly. All right, let's head inside. But the crowd noticed them. Whoa, a Veneno super rich boss driving an 80 million luxury car straight to the auto show. He's totally here to buy something insane, right? Oh, for sure. Definitely not broke like us, just here to look. Man, let's just follow this rich god for a bit and broaden our horizons. The Rolls-Royce exhibition area sat in the absolute dead center of the show. The main attraction was the absolute peak of the brand, a fully loaded Rolls-Royce Phantom, and that golden hood ornament up front. It practically screamed pure luxury. Staring at that absolutely massive, imposing body and boss-level presence, Arthur was instantly sold. This is the one. He casually pointed straight at the fully loaded Phantom. How much? I'll take it. The massive crowd of spectators trailing behind our guy were absolutely dumbfounded. Tell me, is this how the super rich actually operate? That tone, why did it sound like he was buying cabbages at the local market? A fully loaded Phantom starts at 40 million minimum. It was just here to look pretty. They never expected anyone to actually buy it. Sir, are you serious? This Phantom is the upgraded fully loaded model. The price is 58.8 million. The staff stuttered in total shock. Holy crap, almost 60 million. Is this young kid really going to buy it? He's probably joking, right? Just a naive kid with zero fear talking way too big. Now that he knows the insane price, he'll probably run away in pure embarrassment. The crowd of regular visitors nearby started mocking and sneering. Is that so? Arthur nodded. Since it's so cheap, add this one and that one. Let's just round it up to 100 million. The onlookers kept sneering, mocking him. I knew this kid was just blowing hot air, rounding up to 100 million. The guy doesn't even have 100 million net worth to be talking like that, just running his mouth. But hey, bragging doesn't cost a dime. The chatter from the crowd made Momo, standing right beside him, pretty uncomfortable. Just swipe it. Arthur, though, he didn't care about the raw jealousy of these broke losers. Once he drove these luxury rides out of here, they would definitely realize who the real clowns were when the staff member actually saw the Centurion black gold card in Arthur's hand. The guy visibly shuddered. Holy crap, a Centurion black gold card. This legendary card could honestly only be held by elites at the absolute top of society. He's finished. He literally just dug his own grave mocking him just now. Would a massive VIP who casually flashes a Centurion black gold card really not afford a car? Was he about to get crushed? Let us get one thing straight here. Arthur drove a Lamborghini Veneno. They stayed completely quiet earlier just to watch the ultimate face slap unfold. The tourists who had followed Arthur inside absolutely lost it, bursting into laughter. The ones barking the loudest earlier turned bright red, lowering their heads and desperately squeezing their way out of there. This was a literal titan. Can't mess with him, just can't risk provoking a guy like this. Time to run. Anyway, how long was the rep going to stand there frozen? After swiping the card, Arthur still had more shopping to do. He glanced at the sales guy, who was completely zoned out and speechless, frowning. To snap him awake, "Boss, please wait 1 second. I'll process this for you at absolute top speed." The poor rep snapped back to reality with a shudder. How could he dare neglect a huge boss holding a Centurion black gold card? Paperwork that usually dragged on for days got rushed and completely handled in record time. Mr. Arthur, the total is 138 million. The transaction is fully complete. Please keep it safe. The manager respectfully handed that gorgeous black card back to Arthur with trembling hands. Ding, the system detected he spent 138 million on vehicles, rewarded with 10 entire buildings of school district housing in the Magic City, 10 whole buildings of prime real estate. Arthur could not help but sharply inhale, completely stunned to his core. 10 big buildings did not mean 10 apartments. One building held at least 12 units. That meant over 100 apartments, right? 10 buildings of that premium housing easily meant 1 to 2,000 individual units, and these were top-tier school district houses in Magic City, even playing it totally safe at 1,000 units, averaging 15 million. Each. Arthur instantly bagged nearly 20 billion in pure assets. This was just too insanely awesome. He felt this massive wave of secret joy rushing through him. Soon he would lease out every single one of those houses. Every year he would pull in massive amounts of liquid cash, and if he ever got bored of being a landlord, he'd sell them in bulk. Why? Because having way too much property meant he could do whatever he wanted. Originally, Arthur thought that getting rich and just rolling in piles of cash every single day might actually feel kind of empty, but now, holding these houses, he could totally play the ultimate landlord for a bit. Makes sense why billionaires, who honestly don't have to lift a finger or could easily hire a property manager, still insist on knocking on doors themselves. He finally understood the mindset of those crazy rich elites. When you have stupid amounts of money, being totally idle gets really boring. Mr. Arthur, the manager beside him rubbed. All right, watch this. The manager rubs his hands humbly. Arthur just stares. Where should we deliver all these luxury cars for you? Arthur and his beautiful housekeeper are just 2 people, but this manager is incredibly sharp. He perfectly knows he needs an address. Arthur casually speaks up. Just send the entire fleet straight to Yunding Mountain, Villa number 1. Sort out the specifics. With Momo, Arthur points right at his gorgeous housekeeper. The manager vigorously nods. Wiping absolute shock from his sweating eyes, he wonders who this terrifying guy really is. He is buying cars like they are cheap groceries, casually opening his mouth to drop over 100 million, and now it turns out that legendary mansion that even the top billionaires brutally fought over is actually his. Yes, Yunding Mountain Villa number 1, the absolute ultimate crown jewel of the entire Magic City. Both Ma billionaires fought intensely for it, but completely failed. And get this, it was originally listed at 800 million, but thanks to that massive bidding war, the value skyrocketed to 2 or 3 billion. Absolutely insane. 2 or 3 billion for Single house, man, having this level of god-tier wealth is simply unbelievable today. Arthur completely ignores the loud gasps of the surrounding crowd. He is totally used to it. He casually strolls right over to the next exhibition zone. Today, his only goal is buying luxury cars because his insane system pays him to spend. Even though Arthur already has hundreds of billions in total assets, his actual liquid cash is mostly just that 1 billion from the Empire Financial Building rent collection. For someone at his insane level, a single billion is basically just spare pocket change. It definitely does not match his actual net worth. After securing that massive SUV, Arthur steps straight into the elite supercar area, ready to buy absolutely anything he likes. He has endless funds, so it is time for a massive shopping spree. 36 million La Ferrari, bought. 73 million Maybach Zelero, limited to 3 units globally, bought. If it looks cool, it gets added to his cart anyway. The more he spends, the richer he actually gets. The price tag is completely meaningless. The tourists following him are staring in absolute disbelief. Several local internet influencers realize this is pure gold. They refuse to miss such epic content, immediately starting live streams. Their viewer counts absolutely explode off the charts. Look at this. This godly billionaire Arthur just bought over 30 incredible luxury cars worth tens of millions. Does he seriously view these insanely expensive supercars like cheap vegetables? It is completely terrifying to watch. Now, right up ahead is the Koenigsegg exhibition area, the absolute peak of luxury cars. Will our godly boss actually swipe his black card for one of those? Is that even a real question? Do not doubt him. His Centurion black card has a daily overdraft limit of billions. He could effortlessly buy out this entire auto show. Meanwhile, the Koenigsegg manager already heard the crazy rumors. An unbeatable godly rich boss arrived at the show today, effortlessly buying every single car that happened to catch his eye. Panicking, he desperately runs out to look, even from a very far distance down the hall. He starts bowing to welcome Arthur. A godly boss really commands respect. Normally, these Koenigsegg sales reps walk around with their noses stuck so high up in the air, they rarely even look regular customers in the eye. Yet today, they literally sprint outside to welcome Arthur. You and I are witnessing history here. One livestream viewer comments that his actual billionaire uncle once walked into their store. Let's look at the Koenigsegg exhibition hall, where everyone totally ignored Arthur. But see the difference. This is the world's absolute top limited edition sports car. Without a doubt, it's the undisputed king of this whole auto show. If it takes second place, nobody dares claim first. Is that right? Arthur casually sized up the Koenigsegg and smirked. It's all right, he said, just looks a bit ugly. The entire venue froze solid. $100 million hypercar was actually just called a bit ugly. Whatever, I'll buy it, Arthur decided. It just happens to round my spending up to 1 billion. He waved his hand. This purchase would perfectly hit that insane 1 billion milestone for the night, and maybe the system would drop a crazy reward. The crowd stood there, absolutely stunned, silent. This boss is way too terrifying just to hit a lucky round spending number. He casually dropped over 100 million on an ultra supercar. At first, they didn't believe the rumors, but seeing is believing. The pure spending power of these elite billionaires is honestly beyond anything normal people could ever imagine. Just wild. After a long day of reckless shopping, Arthur officially leveled up from a crazy rich boss to the wealthiest man in the entire country. Completely satisfied, Arthur ordered the staff to drive his new Lamborghini Veneno back home, while he grabbed Momo and hopped into the Koenigsegg, ignoring the jealous car models. The second that engine started up, it blasted a roar even more aggressive than an Audi. If normal sports cars rule the mountain roads, this Koenigsegg is a straight-up roaring beast. With a tiny tap on the gas, the hypercar turned into a blur, tearing through the busy streets of the Magic City. Just an unmatched adrenaline rush, feeling that Crazy speed from the absolute emperor of luxury cars. Arthur's mood went through the roof. Momo sat right beside him, watching in pure awe. Minutes later, the hypercar pulled up to the Yunding Villa area. Right then, Arthur's phone suddenly rang loud. Fang Han. Arthur frowned, then finally remembered. The founder of the Jincheng law firm. Since Arthur is the boss now, Fang Han would never call himself the founder. The lawyer spoke with intense respect, unlike others who could only guess Arthur's real background. This law firm's network was seriously huge, yet even they couldn't dig up anything on Mr. Arthur. This mystery left Fang Han feeling deep dread and massive respect for him. Now get this. Arthur used to be a broke guy missing meals for days, but now, every single day he is surrounded by top-tier cars and beauties. He casually drives a 70 million Lamborghini just to flex, and he even has 5 stunning housekeepers taking turns spending quality time with him, all because he failed a blind date which accidentally unlocked an insane spend money to get rich system. Right as Arthur parked the Koenigsegg back at his villa, the phone rang again. Fang Han, he frowned, putting the pieces together. The firm's founder, since Arthur owned it now, the guy wouldn't dare claim that title. Fang Han spoke up with total respect, unlike those other companies just throwing wild guesses at his past. The law firm actually had serious connections. Still, they totally failed to uncover the truth behind Mr. Arthur, leaving the lawyer feeling deep terror and absolute respect for him. Haha, you are way too polite, Arthur laughed out loud. We know a big boss like you is managing endless affairs. Fang Han knew Arthur was always busy, but politely asked to spare a brief moment.